Hello and welcome to Star Wars News and Weekly Comic Recap presented by Dark Side Crew and brought to you by Rennavision. We're the show that offers you a shoulder to cry on when Disney breaks your heart again. Tonight, we're covering just one comic title, Star Wars High Republic number 11. We vent our frustration about Disney Plus Disappointment Day, ignoring our appetite for Star Wars sneaks and peeks and teasers. Did the Kenobi leaks ruin it for everybody? Maybe, but we're going to break it down anyway, along with Jedi Hunters. Could mean more than the obvious, right? Well, we're going to discuss that too. We're ranking Inquisitors, wink, wink. We've got your Star Wars news. We show you part 2 of High Republic's ever-growing first appearances. We make a game of the Book of Boba Fett. And, of course, there's trivia and prizes. Let's get it going, fellas.
I was not ready.
All right, this is going to be a long one. We have a bet how long this is going to take. I think this is going to be a very long night. The boys think it's not going to be that long. So, you know how that's going to go. Before we say hi to the chat, Jedi, could you tell everybody who we have today?
Because seeing him twice a week just isn't enough. He's now on Fridays too. Too much? Too bad. It's Macho Man Marco. He's your comic hobby pop culture daily multivitamin. Don't take on an empty stomach. Side effects may include FOMO. It's Pete, the visionary Rennavision. He receives packages all day, every day. Just check out his IG. You'll know what I mean. So many that his mail carrier has reserved parking in its driveway and was the best man at his wedding. It's Dom-tober and the hunt is on. He's a master at finding Star Wars secrets, identifying Star Wars flaws, and calling shenanigans. It's the guy behind the curtain, JJ Maxwell. And lastly, his lightsaber is Dr. Pepper Red, and it hums to the tune of Highway to Hell. It's me, Jedi Johnson, 22. Let's go.
All right. Good. Hey, Darth. Hey, Ragnar. Can we just call him by his real... Oh, shoot. I almost pulled my earphone out. Can we just call him by his real name? Because I'll never say the Darth part right. Anyways, Ruben's going to be joining us. Ruben, good to see you. Hopefully you can say the word. Astro, way to get here. Second place is still first loser, but we appreciate you being here. Darth Lopez, Sam, what's going on? Who else do we get? Eric and Dusty Baker. Good to see everybody here early. Thank you, everybody, for watching all the Star Wars content we've been putting out and other random content. We actually dropped 4 things because we redropped the High Republic thing this week, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. We got a lot of stuff, and you guys have been watching it, so we really do appreciate it. Look at that. Already. Oh, hey, Justin, what's going on? And Thomas, good to see you. Hey, nice hoodie. Yeah, that's a cool hoodie. I actually should have bought that hoodie, and then it was out of my size, and then I didn't get the hoodie, so then I got mad. All right. Yeah. Anyways.
They're tough to get.
Let's start off with pickups. I forgot to ask, who has pickups today? Jedi, do you have pickups? Very good. We'll start with you then.
I got one, and it's been a while since I actually picked up one of these, but I did get this one. I'm not sure if I got a good deal or not. Don't really care because it's going in the collection. It is a Funko Blue Box large font Stormtrooper.
Dom's giving you thumbs up.
Yeah, Dom knows what that means.
Everybody that saw my presentation should know what that means, right?
We saw the presentation, but we don't really
I paid attention. I just still don't really know.
PT guy thing.
Should have had a test.
No, I'm looking around. I've been organizing. I don't have new stuff that I've been buying.
Well, I know you're going to put together a quiz show soon, so maybe you could quiz us on some of that. All right, Dom, what do you have? You always have something.
Of course I do. So I had this for a couple of weeks. I just opened it. I got the Armorer.
Ooh, nice.
This actually was a exclusive for when they had the summer sideshow. You had to get invited in to get it, and I got it. I was happy about that.
Cool.
I got this yesterday.
The pin,
a fig pin of gold, limit to 500 pieces. Vader.
Wow.
And of course, it wouldn't be a pickup without getting Boba Fett. Autographed, Tamara Morrison.
Oh, nice.
Boba Fett. Here's the ticket of authenticity and the little stamp of approval.
Hey,
That is awesome, man.
Nice.
that's cool.
There's my pick.
Nice.
There we
I
go.
like the shirt,
All right. JJ.
Yep. Real quick, I got some cheap variants.
Yeah, I really like that.
So this was like,
Bought that
I
thing.
don't know. It's a nice imitation Star Wars cover.
I like that.
I this one I picked up before, but I always find it cheap for some reason. But it's a nice. I know it's Poe, but it's a nice AHA variant there
Yeah.
I like that.
with the X-wings. And then this guy, I shockingly found for about $5. So
Oh,
Nice.
Darth Vader 25, the Afro action figure cover. So getting harder to find those popular ones at least. And then I also got
Hey.
this guy, which I probably overpaid for, but
No, actually,
I
that's
don't
the
know
only
the
one I
guy.
need for all the number ones. I missed
Yeah.
that one. That's a good one.
that was about the last one I needed too. So
no, there you go.
Yep. Oh.
Game set.
Nice.
don't want to knock it
I
over.
did get a couple things, nothing too special. I got this. Whoever put these in the mail for me, thank you. Mystery person, but somebody made me some pins. So
Oh,
that's
nice.
kind of cool, man. Yeah. I got a
Neat.
Yoda and then Darth Vader. All right, so that's kind of cool. And then they gave a Chewbacca.
Nice.
And yeah. Well, there you go. The last one.
Oh,
Right.
Ray.
Oh, your favorite.
Yeah.
Wait,
And,
I do got pickups then. I got an
I am
idea.
so proud of you for showing that. That was very brave.
and then I got one. I just found one of these rolling around, and I really
Oh,
like
nice.
her. So I
Nice.
was like, yeah, I can't. I did this release a while ago? I don't know when this released. I never saw it come out.
It
Every
released
order?
the beginning of last couple of months, but it hasn't been on shelves.
Well, I found
yeah.
one. On
I'm
a
still
shelf,
waiting for
so-
mine. I'm still waiting for mine.
There you go. And it's cool. And the gun is the sniper gun is very large. And actually like the detail on her belt is super freaking cool. Like why didn't they show this one off better? Like, I want to take it out of the packaging, but then I don't know.
I
I
take
just
it
think
out.
getting broken. Well, the kids will play with it and tear it apart because the antenna is going to break off right away.
Not
I don't want it
necessarily.
broken.
Did you see Astro's comment? That's two things that don't
Ray
mix
Rose
for.
Besh. Yeah.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
that?
I don't like Rose Besh covers.
Yeah, I don't like those either.
Yeah, I did not like that one in particular, I would say.
Well, I mean, for people that like it, it's something.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up,
I'll
Sticks?
probably end up getting one if I find one cheap. But
Oh, I got those. I picked those up today.
Cool. All right,
The Ray
Pete, did you want to show something or no?
Yeah, I forgot. You made me think about it. I do have sort of pickups. Before we move on, yeah, you should open it up just like I opened up the Sasha Banks. I know we talked about it before, but I opened up this little Mandalorian figure because I gave it to my son, and then he decided he didn't like the hair.
There's just so many breakable parts. I mean, it's really cool. Like she's got the chain link across her belt
Yeah.
too. That it's gonna break off.
We can get pins too,
Oh, pins,
Oh, nice.
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 and
I should have got
stickers.
some stickers. I need to get some stickers. All
This is
right.
the shameless self-promotion segment of the show.
We're linked down
And
below.
where do you get those fine items?
Yes.
You can find these on TeePublic if you look for Rennavision, or just go to Rennavision.com, and that'll take you to the Teespring site. Because I
Thank
bought
you
the
very
website
much for
there.
everybody. By the way, you guys, we really thank you very much. We really are blown away, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
It is. And then also two link below is TYTV93. He's actually put out two things this week. Really cool. I'm telling you, if he better buy me one of those Revens. He comes across Darth Revan all the time and just like, yeah, he's got like the greatest, like it's unbelievable. His game stops and his like most of us when we talk, we're like, man, yeah, Jar Jar Binks is still hanging there.
Yeah,
He's
there's
like,
Jar Jar.
no, his ollies are stacked.
Why?
He's like,
Oh,
his ollies are stacked. His game stops have got like every gaming great you could find. He got them in there. They're there. He's like, I wonder if I should pick this one up. Drops them on the ground. Picks. Watch his videos. They're really good. What's that? What's that?
Wait for the bonus question prize tonight on trivia at the end.
Oh, really?
If you're into Darth Revan figures.
Oh, you got
Saying.
one. Nice.
Also, too, they
Hey, I wanna
restocked.
play.
They restocked a lot of the gaming great stuff. So
Did they?
just so you know.
Dom? Thomas has got a message for you. Says,
What up?
Dom, I got that Morrison Funko Auto this week too. Wow.
What? Thank you.
That's awesome, man. Good job, Thomas. All right. We're already behind, so let's start off with news. Pete, you want me to run the news, or you want to run news?
I got it. I can share this
Cool.
one. Let me
You run
put
news.
it up on.
Click that one out, so I don't have to have it.
I'm gonna zoom through news.
I have a
Alrighty.
question in the news.
You got a crash? Well,
Oh, okay.
when it comes up.
Yeah. So again, this is week number 5 of me bring home the bounty things. I have brought home none of these bounties yet. I don't know, just not that great. There's a Black Series figure that was in here, I think for Ahsoka, but I don't know.
It's not there anymore.
That's like the third Ahsoka Black Series figure. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
still.
5th, isn't
I don't
it?
know. Nothing exciting. Although,
4th or 5th?
Yeah. Is it the 5th one?
I think
I
so.
don't know.
Yeah, there's
There's a
the
lot.
original one. There's the purple label. There's the when she came, the Clone Wars one.
Rebels.
There's the one where she came back.
Rebels.
The Rebels one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a Rosario
Rebels
Dawson
Live.
one, no?
Yeah, but they already had that.
It is, yeah.
They already had that in this line over here in the other gold line. But okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So just on the 12th, I think it was, so we had Life Day celebrated at
Life
Disneyland. Now that is not the actual celebration pictured. That is the special there.
That's from the special, yeah.
I assume the Disney van version looks better than that. Let's hope.
We would hope.
Did you guys watch the Boba Fett thing that they released?
I wanted to.
Yeah.
I didn't get around
Did you
to
see
it.
I have not
Lucas
watched
talking
it yet.
about the holiday special?
He did it
Yeah.
without throwing up. I was right.
I know.
very
He
surprised.
did it. He was like,
He was
we
holding
had
back.
no say in that, but then we put Boba Fett in there. I was like, oh wait, so you had say with the shit that worked out, but you didn't have say with the other shit, huh?
The other stuff
No.
didn't work.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. We'll talk about it later. Go.
Yeah, selective
That's it.
involvement.
I didn't have much on that one.
Oh, that's it. All right.
Yeah,
Uh,
for Life
this was
Day,
a-
I think that's probably enough.
This was a great story, though. So in Middletown, Ohio, there was a boy diagnosed with brain cancer that just got out of the Cincinnati Children's Hospital, and there was a gentleman by the name of Tim O'Sullivan. So if you live near Middletown, Ohio, he is an Iraq veteran. That's when he came back, he wanted to get into costume designing, so he started 3D printing his own costumes, and he makes like 7-foot tall Chewbacca replica costumes, and crazy stuff. So, but him and this team, I hope I say it right, Fast Tracks, which is a nationally known skydiving team, I guess, based in the same city. They went to this child's house and surprised him and his sister, and visited him for about an hour in these full movie replica costumes. So it's great to see.
That's cool.
That was
Good old Star Wars fans doing fun stuff for kids. So
That's really cool.
Definitely,
Yeah, good for
definitely
him.
awesome.
And happy Veterans Day to the vets. Talking to you, Jedi.
yes.
Marv, what's going on? Go ahead. Next up.
This is also kind of funny.
This is the one I have a
thing.
question about.
I forget what country it was. It was in Asia. I forget what country, but
Okay.
So he basically recreated these scenes from the original trilogy movies in his thing. He made like a Millennium Falcon cockpit and put it up like a green screen on the back wall so you can see ships and stuff moving by the cockpit window. It's pretty cool.
Is it adult or a kid?
It's an adult.
It was an adult. I'm
Oh, it
fairly
was an
certain.
adult. Okay, this is an adult.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe
Well,
it
it was more than one
or a
person.
kid.
It's
Maybe that's
just
a
fun.
kid in the blanket.
No, well, I thought that was like a kid with a wig on. Look at how small those hands are, but then I don't know.
There was more than one person in the videos, so I don't
Okay.
know. Yeah.
Well.
I didn't catch ages or anything. I don't think it was in the news report I read.
No, I mean it's like kind of cool if a kid did that. If an adult did that, you're kind of worried about him. Like,
Yeah.
your life.
I'm a terrible artist. I think
Aw.
I could have drawn that better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what you did. Yeah, that looks like a kid drew that, which I'm like, wow, that's really great that kid drew that. If I drew that, I can't draw, so you're not. This is what I would have drawn. This is like the crap that I would have put up. I mean,
That
quality.
kid is so talented. Oh, an adult did it. Oh,
Oh.
never mind.
Oh,
Hey,
basement with their
50-50. Yeah. All right, what's up
all
next?
right, moving on. Before we've learned that this was one of our viewers who did this, and we're making fun of them.
Yeah, that's a.
Yeah, well, yeah, you all still love all your
Also,
children.
yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting report about how there's more and more adult Lego fans, which is true. And funny, this report came out the day before they dropped a $700 or $800. I'm
Eight.
sorry, ATT Walker
Eight.
Lego.
Still
I'm sorry, the day
debating if
after,
I'm
the
gonna
day
get it
after.
for Christmas.
Day after. Yeah.
Hey Ed, thank you for saying
So,
hi for the
which I'll-
algorithm. Sorry that you missed the opening too.
It looks like an awesome Lego piece, but
It does.
Some guy.
$800
Okay,
is
so
a bit
this is what I
rich
told
for
the boys.
me.
So remember, I was talking. What day were we talking about this? Was this on
Wednesday. I did show this on Wednesday.
And I said we should get it because we'll get like in the private chat. I was like, we'll get 10K views if we're the first one to put this up. There's a guy that put it up first.
Yeah,
Over 250,000 views of him just reviewing this thing.
It would take me like 2 years to build it, though.
Yeah, I was going to say,
not experienced with Legos.
Listen, I got
been the first person to get this. I could have been the first person to get this off the assembly line, and I would be the last person to ever finish it.
Yeah, but Low Bricks is part of the Dark Side.
Low Bricks to do it.
Oh yeah, we'd send it to Low Bricks.
Yeah,
just have Low Bricks do it. We would have done it. I would have gone.
Actually, I would have built it. I could have built it. I just don't know if the time, the time lapse thing. If I could have cut out all my curses when I realized I put something together wrong, got to go back and
like the head. Yeah,
put the legs on backwards.
No,
no patience whatsoever. I got the Lego Boba Fett head that I tried building, and I just took it apart and said, it's sitting in the corner.
I got that one done.
Yeah.
That's my pride and joy right there.
I know. I was putting it together. Myself. One piece was wrong, and I got mad. I said, "You know what? I can't deal with this right now. I'll get back."
Dave watched that.
Surely Legos is like models, right? I mean, they got to be different. Standards of what you like levels. This has got to be like expert level, I would imagine.
I
right?
think this is supposed to be expert level. But I talked to Dave about it. The guy we go into his basement on Wednesday night show. And he is like, don't waste your money on that. You could buy 20 Star Wars sets that are going to be worth 10 times. I go, it's not about investment. It's about like, how cool would it be to have this AT-AT that's like,
where
would you put it? Finished it.
Yeah.
But then once again, like I said, I'll never open the box because I don't know.
It looks awesome.
See, I'd open it. I just have nowhere to put it after it was built. I don't know what we do with it.
I got something to put it.
There's a special tool to adjust the legs. That's how intricate it is.
No, you have to build the tool.
A proprietary tool.
Yeah, but you have to build that tool.
You got to build the tool. That's why on the outside of the box,
to use the tool on the legs. Yeah.
How big is it? I'm thinking it's like is it 3.5 feet or 4 feet? 3.5 feet.
Yeah, the measurements I saw was like it was about the size of a small dog.
Yeah.
So think like I don't know, like a beagle or something.
Yeah, terrier or whatever.
No, I don't know. I think it's big. Well, the body.
Joe, what's going on?
Small dog body. But those legs.
Yeah, I know, but look, man. Maybe if adults buy adult toys, then they would stop rating all the kids' toys. Because if you're shopping for your kids for this, I mean, it's been like 3 months. Luckily, I do my shopping when they change the aisles a lot of times, so like they are not getting any of the new stuff that's in those catalogs, but getting a lot of stuff on the discount. But yeah, I mean, like it's holiday time and there's still empty shelves because adults are going and buying $20 toys, and it's just upping the price of kids' toys. So,
well, if you want it, there's still time to order it. I think it comes out the 24th, so be on the lookout for it.
I'm debating. I don't know.
I asked. My wife said no.
Yeah, my wife asked me if I wanted it. I was like, I do, but like, I just would leave it in the box. I'd never open it.
I won't even think about asking my wife.
Look at it. Zaggy cares very little about kids. He's like, forget about it. Just steal all their toys. Oh, we got our own Grinch here. What's going on, Zaggy? All right. Buy 10 sets of build it. Buy 10 sets.
Okay.
$8,000. Okay, this is ridiculous. I'll go to that trip instead of that. All right. What's up next? Yeah,
it's an investment. All right. So this is fun. Okay. So apparently, and I'm going to mispronounce her name. Eternals director Chloe Zhao.
Yeah, Chloe
I'm afraid I don't know how to say it. Was in talks to do Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie.
Said this is ridiculous.
It was all the rage earlier in the week. This is about Monday. So hit the next slide for me.
Oh.
Fast forward 5 days later, she is officially not doing any Star Wars movie, and the fans rejoice.
They must have heard us on the Wednesday show going, so wait, you're telling me that the rumor is the lady who directed the worst premiering Marvel movie out of the last 10 movies is the one they're going to have do a Star Wars project. Okay, that sounds not true. So
I just found it super amusing that the rumor sites that launched the rumor at first were then the ones to shoot down their own rumor 4 or 5 days later.
Is it a common site that does that? Is it a common site that does that?
Yes.
Is it like
it is one of the well-known rumor sites?
Does it rhyme with something like stool? Like bloody stool?
No, it wasn't that one.
Bloody stool.
Was it one that's got a girl's name in it? Or is it one with a guy that's got a Z in it?
I ain't Googling that.
Yeah, you better not. You know,
the second one, yes, I believe features that
the guy
story.
with the Z. Okay, all right. Yeah, well, one day hopefully they get rid of him. All right, fair
I was
enough.
trying to find my "There's Much Rejoicing" clip, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Darth Lopez, if you're still here, this is why I don't. Darth Lopez is like, you should really watch that guy's show, and this is why I don't, because of this. It's a waste of time. Everything that guy says. All right, next up.
So this was another rumor that came out late in the week. So Quantic Dream, game studio, is apparently tapped to do a Star Wars game, and apparently, according to this industry insider for video games, who's a fairly reliable industry insider for video games, he did say, I forget his name exactly, but from everything I read, he's well published. That they would been developing it for about a year, and it's going to be called Star Wars Eclipse, or at least that's the code name they're using for it.
It's got to be a code.
And it's supposedly going to be based High Republic, possibly.
I heard a little bit
Is the
of that.
rumor, but he wasn't sure. So it seems like the guy that leaked it doesn't really know all that much about current Star Wars. He's more of a video game industry guy, but it's very interesting. So, what other interesting about these rumors, this and the Ubisoft rumor, is the fact that EA Sports no longer has exclusives on Star Wars games.
Which isn't such a bad thing. But then they canceled Battlefront 3. Hey, Ruben, thank you very much for your $5 super chat. Here is $5 for your AT-AT. Look at that. You only need $795 more.
Partway there.
Thank you very much.
Less than 1% there.
We appreciate it, Ruben. Thank you very much.
We're on our way.
We do. Oh, and for anybody wondering, Quantic Dream is the studio that did Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human. So they have a lot of experience doing these, developed cinematic style games.
Movie?
I'm actually surprised they haven't. That was kind of like part of the
That's
one
hard
rumor
range.
about the last one that we had was the High Republic portion. We do believe there's going to be a movie break off of that, and that's because they'd always said it was multi-cross, and they hinted that there was going to be a cinematic portion of that. They also hinted that there was going to be a video game portion of it, and I was actually surprised at this point that they haven't. Is anybody else surprised they haven't rolled out a High Republic, like any type of High Republic? Anything. They haven't even added it to the mobile games.
I'm not surprised because
It makes me wonder. Yeah.
No,
Go ahead, Dom.
I'm sorry. I'm not surprised because there was a lot of mixed emotions with the whole High Republic when it first launched. People liked it, people didn't like it, and mixed reviews. But now they're starting to get, I guess, more people are warming up to it, and I think when the Acolyte comes out, which is the end of the High Republic, it's supposed to have some remnants on that, but who knows?
The only problem with that is they rushed the beginning part. So this doesn't sound like they even had a video game in production. And if the real rumors are true, they have a rough script outline for the cinematic stuff, but they don't actually have anything else in place for the cinematic stuff, which you would think that they would. How it was originally pitched, how Illuminaris was originally pitched, was this was going to be like progressively, and we know that the drops have been screwed up. We understand that, but at least you would be a little bit further down the rabbit hole with these things, I guess. Would or am I just on the island?
Well, and the interesting part, I mean, if this rumor particularly is true that it's been in development for over a year, that would date back to about when High Republic started.
That would make sense.
So that would make sense. And
yeah, except for
the other trick of it is too. Well, the other trick of it is too. Acolyte was kind of billed as that kind of mystery High Republic show.
Yeah.
And this studio in particular is known for doing games like Heavy Rain, which are very cinematic and have a mystery style element to them. So it'd be an interesting choice to do a High Republic.
All right, hold on, let me say it. All right, Astro.
Thank you, Astro.
Astro, thank you very much for the $4.99 super chat. We appreciate it. Here's thank you for Astro Wizard. Thank you very much for the $4.99 super chat.
Cheers.
Here's to Chloe not screwing up Star Wars. Thank you for that $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much. All right. Yeah, so that makes a little bit of sense, I guess. I think everybody's a little bit I think similarly on the site that gave us the last rumor that wasn't true, and they broke that it wasn't true, was also the same guy that broke the rumor that Acolytes is X, Y, and Z, and they put it on hold and pushed it back. Where from what we understand, Acolytes is still not coming. Like it's not this year. Like it's not 2022.
Yeah.
Acolytes is more like end of 2023,
it's down the pop.
No, they
somewhere
actually,
around 24.
the last thing I saw was May and June of next year. They're going to start filming.
Yeah, so like 24, 20.
Yeah, we'll talk
Yeah.
about you.
Yeah.
But they won't have it out until 2023 at the earliest.
Probably the end of 2023. Yeah.
2023, 2024.
And,
That's
and
right. I
don't
keep
get
getting
your heart set
those-
on games, otherwise we're talking 13-13 again.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
That was
Yeah.
also
Yeah. We should do a segment sometime on the Star Wars games that have been canceled over the years, which is a
Battlefront
lot.
3, everybody's mad about that. Yeah.
So,
All right.
We'll tier rank
Um,
it. We'll do it on a Wednesday show and tier rank games that not produced.
All right. Thanks again. Thanks you once more time, dude. Because I said thank you very much to Ruben. We really do appreciate the $5 super chat, and thank
Yes.
you very much to Astro for the $4.99. You got me going. I'm not gonna repeat that one because it was too funny. It's still making me laugh. All right. All right. Up next, we've got. What are we doing next? What was on the list? What do I?
where are we at?
What did I say? Because we had to figure out what we were
Comics,
doing.
right?
comics,
No.
Comic review?
Was it good? Go comics and then
No.
Yeah.
News comic.
Okay, news comic. All right, let's do comics. I'll throw it up there. All right, we're gonna do comics, and then after comics, we are going to do
High
High
Republic.
Republic, the second part of that list. Then we're going to do D plus, because there was a portion that I don't think a lot of people covered. We're going to cover a little bit portion of that and a little bit talk about it, a little bit dig into that a little deeper. Then we'll cover Obi Wan after that. And where the heck did Jedi go? All right,
No, we lost Jedi.
and then we'll go rankings, fantasy,
There he is.
trivia, and someone else. All right, perfect. All right, Pete, you got that ready, and I am going to share. I'm going to try to shut the whole thing down as usual.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Okay, this isn't what I'm actually sharing. I got to switch screens. There we go.
Teases for later.
Yeah, all the teasers. There you go.
All the
That's-
segments.
Hey, we're
Hey,
just
no,
like
Henry's
Disney
the man
Plus.
behind the
All
curtain.
right, Disney Plus Day.
Yeah, that's it. Coming soon.
Hey, it's our Air Stars going on. High Republic changing the. This is trippy, man. It didn't even this. Go back and read High Republic 1 and 2 and tell me this is the same book. It doesn't seem the same. This actually seems kind of cool. Like they're melting the one twin. She's doing this like trip out. I mean, this is what she's supposed to be seeing because of the machine and everything like that. You get the little scary Laura D in the background, all the hauntings of the Sis/Nile type characters, which there's just Nile.
Hey, can I brag on myself real quick?
Yes, please do.
Back when you guys, and I just completely got lucky, but back when you guys were raving about High Republic Adventures being the greatest, I liked High Republic even back then. I thought it had legs, and we're starting to see that I know what I'm talking about.
So the first, let me
After
preface-
they change story arcs.
yeah,
He was
let me
already
preface,
on this
the first
plan.
High Republic was garbage. The second arc seems to be pretty good. Good job, Jedi. You like
Jedi's
the
the
battle.
conductor for original High Republic.
Get on the train. Good job. All right, so here we go. Zatar, the little mech warrior guy that's the Tempest Runner, gets his arm cut off
Zatar.
by
Krang?
Zatar. Yeah, Krang.
Okay.
Cut by. Don't say that because people don't know what we're talking about.
I know. Sorry. Well, I always do that.
Laura D cuts the arm off with what's Kiwi's lightsaber, which is kind of cool. She's like, "Don't kill him because we actually need him for a project," which was interesting because they got to make sure that something worked, which I think is sucking out the life force. We'll get into that later. The other twin, however, the twin that's on the ship. It's Tomab or Z. Which one is it?
I don't know if it's Tomax or Zaymont, but
Zaymont.
I forget which is which.
Tomax
I
or
forget which
Zaymont.
is there. It's either Tarek or Zarek.
It's either Tarek or Zarek is on the ship.
Tarek or
Trying to
Zarek.
find his brother, and he loses
They're
complete
one.
connection. And then the mouse rat's like, we got to get him in there. Marshall, he's giving up hope, and he's dying. Like they scan it, they don't even see life. So somehow it it didn't just suck the life force out of the one twin, it sucked it out of the other one, which is pretty interesting. If they can explain that, they probably will in a book. So that's going to be kind of, I think that'll be kind of cool. I don't know. Like I said, Jedi's right. I think they're doing a really good job on this. They go down because they figure out where they are. Skiers then like back in action. Apparently he's not been eating enough protein because he only has regrown 3/4 of his arm. I don't know, like he couldn't eat like this little mouse character back here or something, that was driving the plane.
Well, he was driving the plane. He can't eat the pilot.
exactly.
I thought this was kind of cool. I mean, his face looks terrible, so they're sticking to that type of artwork where you only actually fill out every other panel. But I did think it was kind of cool how they did the swishing thing, and he just goes like full on bloodthirst. killing everybody pretty much. He gets inside, and then Krang the Conqueror decides he's going to go over here and try to get in a fight with him. Laura D has more plans. She's like, dude, I've met this guy before. He's a psychopath, which kind of tinted like that he's almost turning to the dark side a little bit. You know what I mean? He doesn't have full control over himself.
In Tempest Runner.
Yeah.
Right?
What's that?
The book.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Tempest Runner. That's where they met up in the book.
Mm-hmm.
We can call him a Dalek if you don't want to call him Krang anymore.
So JJ brings up a point about the books, and I think most of us. Dom, have you read any of the books?
I read a little bit of the first one. I'm behind in the books, to be honest.
So I was just curious. Because for those that haven't read the books, I was kind of wondering how odd it is, because now you have this thing that kind of voids out the Force and obviously scares the crap out of some Jedi anyway, at least those that have faced it. And I'm just wondering, for those that have only read the comics and not read the books, which have kind of explained what that is, or at least kind of gave a little bit of an intro to it, is there any confusion about?
Well, they did give a fairly in-depth thing at the beginning of was it Trail of Shadows?
Yeah, in the book.
The 5 series. Yeah. No, Trail of Shadows, the comic.
Oh, the comic.
Oh, okay.
It talked about it at the beginning of that, because you see Loden all dead and dried up.
It also did talk about it the last book a little bit too. It gave a little break in from this series from High Republic 10.
Yeah.
Is that the trail? Is that the one about the Jedi detectives?
Yes, that's like the Law and Order and
Okay, yeah. Okay. I haven't read those. That's
Galaxy Far Away.
Speaking of Gavilan's coming down on something, I did think it was kind of cool how he used the Force to pick up I thought he was going to smash the hell out of him. Unfortunately, he just sliced him in half, and then Kiwi called him back. Yeah, dude, like, look at this, where it starts shaking. He's like, don't hurt me, please. I was like, oh, he's going to smash right through this guy's head. But no, just left him at the, now you beg for mercy, huh? Tell me where she is, Finds Kiwi, she's in tears, talking about how Tarek, the one twin, is, like, gone. And then, of course, here comes, like, this is what I'm saying about Chris, right? Like, what's her deal? She just, she's supposed to be the leader. Think about leaders of Jedi like Yoda and I don't know, like Obi Wan, kind of Qui-Gon, Mace Windu.
I'll say this much: the Jedi are like the worst undercover cops operation ever. Like they sent these two in there, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, we're a little late. They already killed them."
Yeah, they already killed them.
Like they didn't have like any backup or anything like in place to go or something.
And then Chris tries to pull the ship down with. Why doesn't she just yank Laura D off of it? I don't understand that, but whatever. Anyways, so that's it. That's the end of the book. It was actually really good. As much as I'm criticizing some of it, like they didn't like. Look at this. Look at please, the middle panel. Explain to me why you couldn't have just drawn Chris's face. You literally did what my kids do. Put 2 little eyes and a circle for a mouth. And where is Skier's?
It's to give you a sense of it's in the distance. You don't need to put a lot of detail in the background.
I pay for a whole book. I want a whole book. All right, next up.
Can I say one thing first about
yes,
the High Republic? And they were talking about that. There's a rumor that they might be bringing back a dark power that was in Legends, that they're bringing it back in canon. And it's hinting at it with the High Republic. Some kind of a dark power, like it's like the third. It's like you have the Force, the dark side, and you have another power. It's like another power that they're talking about. I was just reading about. It's in Legends, and they hinted it.
JJ, do you want to fill in on that?
There were a couple things from Legends, but
yeah.
There was like Uzan Vong had the ability to like kind of cancel out the Force.
Yeah, they use
like
Vong
Force
cancellation. Yeah, where they would use the little pet things to cancel it out. Right.
And there's other things that are designed to drain the life of Force users, which is like a lot of like what we're seeing in this book. So
right, but I didn't think those were.
There's some things in Legends that could use.
Yeah.
Oh, but it wasn't like. Oh, I thought they were talking about the Sith.
No,
I know you're talking about the extra things like what were those things called?
Powers.
Well, yeah, but the one thing was like the cat thing was a dampener, or the lizard thing was a dampener, and then we had the.
If you go back to like Old Republic storyline,
They had the thing that sucked. Yeah.
There was a Vitae or whatever the Emperor was. He had the ability to kind of like, basically that's what he did, was sacrifice a bunch of Force users to become immortal. So
Right.
similar, a little different,
Wasn't
obviously.
there that one thing that was
drain the
almost
life
like
out
a
of all of them.
holocron that would swing around, and when it swung around, it would suck the life force out of somebody too? In Legends, I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, okay, cool. Well, there we go.
And there was a dark kyber crystal that had a similar power. So there's been things before. But...
Who in God's name did this Afra on the right?
I don't know.
Wow, that's terrible.
I don't think it's that bad.
It's not that good though.
I've seen worse.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was great. Like,
okay, if I took off the cap, if I took off her cap here, didn't let you see the arm, just did a regular arm, and took away from the title, you would think that this face right here, this is what you think of when you think of Dr. Afra, huh?
Seen worse.
Yeah.
Not by much. All right, so Dr. Afra's coming out next week.
I like the Lord Helmet playing, with the space toys. I didn't catch you playing with your dolls again.
I do know people. Yeah. I actually like that. That family that gets in there, and she's kind of a badass, so I don't have a problem with that. The Sprouse I'm passing on. I don't know. After hitting 2 home runs last week, whatever.
Hey, that's how you got to play it. You got to have highs and lows. It's like making a mixtape.
Right. I did check FOCs this week today because just was busy, but this was the only thing we got. FOC's been running late lately, both with Penguin and with Preview World, but we do have the next
down completely.
Yeah, it come down completely.
After they got hacked.
Absolutely. I don't think they got hacked. I just think they're late. Here you go. But it looks like it's going back into the Yoda tales, kind of like they did the Obi Wan tales. If everybody remembers, at the end of the Obi Wan journals, there was kind of a little bit of a crossover with Yoda in there, and I have a feeling that this is kind of where Star Wars is going. It's going to do a little break-off segment of Yoda training Luke a little bit through holocrons now instead of an actual physical book. So that's what we got. Wasn't a huge week, but it was a week. So there's that. All right, next up we have High Republic. Since we're talking about the High Republic, let's get into the High Republic tier list. Pete, you want that, or you want me to get it?
I got it. Well, it's not tier list, but
whatever it was.
First appearance.
First appearance list. Part 2.
By the way, I didn't make it more exciting, but I did really enjoy the action in that High Republic 11. I thought it was the first time that High Republic 11 really came. I was really interested to see what was on the next page. Now I just wish they would finish off the artwork on some of the pages. But go ahead. All right, what's up? Let's go.
Next. So real quick, the rules that I laid out, pretty much the same as last time. It's mostly supposed to be Jedi. There are other appearances. I labeled them as bonus. Obviously, I didn't include all variant covers because that would take me forever, and I didn't like some of them, so I left them off. I skipped over the minor characters, and most characters you couldn't identify, I left out of there. And then, again, it's just my opinion. If you feel differently or if you missed something or anything else, just put it in the comments below and let us know.
Did we have to remind you something about Marchand Rowe? Didn't you want to say something?
Oh, somebody had a question. Yeah, somebody had a question about the Marchand Rowe portion. We were going to pull the R from that. Maybe we'll just do an extra one later. But Marchand Rowe in 1, it's like a half picture of maybe I'll try to pull it up.
In Adventures 1.
Yeah, in Adventures 1. We would consider a cameo just because there's a couple people that asked that question. And the problem with what it is it's like almost what you'd consider a shadow because they didn't draw out the figure. They didn't mention
just like a silhouette.
No, the art was shit. The art was really shit. That's what it was. It was shit art. So, but yeah. All right, go ahead. Sorry, JJ.
You're fine. I'm including this one because I accidentally skipped it last time, even though it was already out. But the High Republic, The Edge of Balance, the free comic book day, which, yes, I know it's a manga, but it's still a comic book in this form. So it still earns 2 first appearances, at least for Lily and Master Arkoff, who is Lily's master. So, which, by the way, I think the manga part 2 is either out or coming out soon.
Coming out.
If anybody wants to finish that story.
Next.
Okay, so we left off on High Republic 9 for the Marvel run, so we're up for High Republic 10 for the Marvel run. I don't know. This is kind of there wasn't really much here. Kind of an importance, even though we've seen her once on a cover and once on a hologram. We finally see a full appearance, even an unmasked appearance of Lorna D in this issue. And she is there on the cover B as well as the cover A. For some reason, I'm going to mispronounce the name, Wingard variant, Casper Wingard variant, 125 has Avar Chris on the cover. Not sure why, but it does.
Just because.
And then there was a small tease, just a tease of the Leveler, the Great Leveler. That's what shows up there at the end of that one, which we talked about in our review of 11. So
I thought it was a tease for BD Wong.
yeah, BD. I guess it's the sound of the lid opening. It took me a while to figure out what that was.
BD.
Okay. BD.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
Not getting that one.
So we just went over this cover A, and that's the 1 in 25 Durisma variant. Yeah, there's nothing here. Nothing more, nothing new.
Yeah. Sorry, Jan. I don't want that one.
That might be one of the worst covers I've seen.
Is that worse than Tree Fingers?
Yeah.
I got it.
No, I think Tree Fingers was worse, but it's there.
All right.
If I tier listed it, they would both be trash.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next. Okay. So I did do Trail of Shadows, number 1.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only one of this out yet, but it did have some interesting appearances in it. So we have Emmerich Kaftor, or Adam Blue Marvel, because he looks a lot like him. C.N. Holt, who is his reluctant lounge singer / partner in this ordeal going forward. And they're both kind of like, he's like an investigative Jedi, I guess you'd call it, and she's more like a private detective / Humphrey Bogart type character.
Bar owner / singer, songwriter, producer, YouTube star.
Wasn't Humphrey Bogart a bar owner in Casablanca?
Instagram star. Instagram.
Yeah, she's an Insta.
Interestingly, at the very beginning, it has 2 quick cameos of Jedis, which is their first appearance in comics, believe it or not, despite the fact that they were in the first book for High Republic, which is Bell Zettifar, and he's there writhing on the ground because he just got hit by the Leveler. And then you have Indira Stokes, who I thought at first was Ty York, but I went back and looked, and in this battle that they were in, she arrived there with Stellan Gios. So, and she's also the person that becomes
on the cover of that book at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what she is the same species, by the way, as Ty York. So these similarities there are defining, but they are different characters. And she becomes the master of Bell, by the way, after Loden Greystorm is killed.
PT cover art. Yeah, well, I think they're these yeah. I don't have anything nice to say, Joe. Yeah, I think I agree with Joe, but I do I like that group, that Bell. I just wish we would have seen the dog too, the fire breathing dog, and
I like this book a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, I do too.
Remember?
It sucks that, like Joe said, the art is just interesting. Well, at least the cover art, anyways.
I think next issue is due out next week or the week after. So issue 2
weeks.
I don't know. Then Tedesco?
2 weeks. Okay. It is a Tedesco. It was listed as a Tedesco. It doesn't look like one, but it was listed as that.
I would agree, Thomas. I think that I don't know, but I think we said it before when we did the review a long time ago about the book. The group with Bell in it and Stokes, I think that's probably one of the better groups in the High Republic, and I wish they would do more
stuff.
With them. Yeah, overall in the High Republic period. So I'm glad that we get to see it. Cool. Bell was Loden's, yes.
Yeah, Loden's, and now he's
no.
Stokes.
I'm saying yes. Yep.
There's Loden's dead, but yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, so Adventures. What are we on? 9, I think. High Republic Adventures 9, I should say, be specific. So there wasn't much here. They give us the Krill Sisters, which I don't know if there's going to be in anything of these characters. They are. They were actually seen in a super quick 1-panel thing at the end of 8, but they're the Nihil defectors that end up actually not really being Nihil defectors, because at the end they blow up the Jedi Temple.
Yeah, they're like part
on
of Fritz's
whatever
crew.
planet that they're undercover Nihil or whatever you want to call them. But and then also you get Quartz Origin, which was a great story in my opinion at least. And again, another character I don't know if he's going to be anything going forward. I just found it interesting is Farks, and he's kind of like the I call him. Yeah, Baby Farks McGee's ex. He's the
For fuck's sakes.
Yeah, but he's basically like, I guess, like an antiquities dealer, you could call him, or something like that. But he's the one that finds the crab mask that Court wears, and Maz is the one that buys it from him and puts it on Court. So
I was not disappointed in the Court story at all, man. I was actually pretty happy with it. So I thought it was cool.
yeah, I like the Court story.
This is what I'll say to Astro. Could I address this really quickly too about? I agree he was a great character. I don't think it's too bad they killed him off. I actually think it's really good. Like, he was one of my favorite characters. Twice. If you go back after that review, I was like, this guy's great. Love him. He's my favorite character. Loading great. He's even got a great name. He's strong. He's great. He's what I want out of a Jedi. And then they killed him, and I was literally heartbroken when they killed him. And I was absolutely happy. I wasn't happy they killed him, but I was happy the way they did it. Because
I'm glad they didn't play it safe.
Yeah, I don't want to see. That's the part that I always say about it is like, stop adding crap on to ruin the original trilogy, and like, it's okay for us to lose somebody every once in a while and like keep them dead.
Got a Game of Thrones style him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do a flashback. They got to do a flashback, right? Yeah, maybe.
He did show up in a flashback real quick.
Yeah, he showed up in a flashback.
Force Ghost.
Maybe Force Ghost too. Did he Force Ghost or was it a flashback?
Well, no, it was a flashback.
Flashback.
Because it had the other, that Jorah Mali who gets killed in the Great Disaster and everything else. So it had 3 of them. I can't remember.
And they had what's his name? With the cook guy, didn't it? All right.
Nope, not the cook.
Have we seen him yet?
No.
Damn, he's
we'll get to that at the end, but no.
That guy's also badass. All right, go ahead. Sorry, go.
Okay, so seeing how it was so short,
Porter.
These are the characters to be on the lookout for. So these characters, to my knowledge, have not appeared in comics yet at all.
That's why I thought we saw them, because we did see him on a cover. Yeah.
Yep. So Mikhail Sumati, which is the Hammerhead Jedi, he's featured in I think 2 children's books actually. Elzar Mann, who's featured in pretty much all the novels except for maybe 1, I think.
He was
kind of interesting that he hasn't shown up yet in a comic.
So technically, he was like one of those things again. He's supposed to be. This is actually where we had a thing with the first appearance list. I responded to somebody, and he was great because he's like, "Oh yeah, we saw the Jedi thing in the Mosaic in the movies," which is he's right. But some people have listed that we see it in the adaptation. Correct? The Jedi. What's it called again? The main Jedi, the first Jedi. JJ.
Prime Jedi.
Prime Jedi. The same thing with Ezra Mann. Everybody refers that we might have seen him in the first High Republic book because we know that he was on stage at that point. But if you can point him out to us, feel free. Go ahead, JJ. Sorry for interrupting your show.
No, you're fine. The next one is Buryaga Agaburi. So he's the Wookiee Padawan. And also him and his master Nib Asik, which is the old lady down there at the bottom, to my knowledge, have not shown up in any comics yet. Which is interesting because they've been in, I think, 3 or 4 of the young adult and children's books.
Yeah.
And both of their voices were actually featured in, I think it was Adventures 8, or was it High Republic 8? I don't remember which. But their voices have been in there, like as a mention or something, but no appearance. But I do have it rumored, at least, that at least Buryaga will show up in the Star Wars Life Day one-shot.
Look at you.
Might keep your eyes peeled for that.
Well, the Wookiee's got to show.
And then we did go over Porter Ingle. Yep. Porter Ingle is the cook, the Steven Seagal type character, as Styx asked down there. And I had no idea until we saw this cover in previews that it looks like he's going to be in the High Republic Adventures Annual. So at least he's on the cover B right there. So
I thought we said that when we.
I would imagine that's him.
Yeah.
We did. So, but that comes out the 24th, I believe.
How different does he look than he looked on the cover of that? Remember they did that cover. What was it for the one bookstore where it was a double fold over cover and you pulled it up? That's nothing like what he looks like.
Out of print. Yeah.
Yeah, the out of print. That is not what they had looking like at all on it. 100% different.
Well, the only reason I recognized him. Go ahead.
I would say he looks like what's his name from Gargoyles? What the fat guy from Gargoyles?
Yeah.
What's his name? Not Brooklyn.
He. Wasn't it Brooklyn?
Was it no Brooklyn? Right. No.
Brooklyn was the fat younger one, not the older one.
Yeah. The one with the battle axe. He looks like him with the eye.
Yeah. That'd be like an old man Gimli.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know. I'm excited. As long as I hope they don't kill him off too soon. You know he's going to die sooner than later, just because of his background story. Yeah, he is. He's too OP, bro. He's way too OP to have him around for that much longer. So. But hopefully he'll kill some people soon. So cool, JJ. What else do we got? Anything why is the Great Leveler in here?
The only other thing, because they teased him. We haven't seen it. Yeah. We have no idea. Yeah, we haven't seen what it is. They teased it in number 10. We may see it in 12. Still have no idea what it looks like. So, but it'd be interesting to see it. So you might keep your eyes peeled in future Our Republic comics.
He's not fat. He's just short for his weight. Okay, fair enough. Big bones.
Wider, not shorter.
Yeah. All right, good stuff. Good stuff, and good stuff to look out for there. That's a good one. I like that. I like how we do that. Maybe we'll do that more often. All right, up next is what did you say?
I said occasional updates.
Yeah, occasional updates and like what we might. Yeah, just to give a review because we do those FOCs. Like I almost forgot about that annual because when was the FOC on that? Like a month ago, right?
A long time ago.
Yeah. So it's like, did he show up? I can't remember if he showed up or not, and that's good. It's good to. I think it helps people out. They seem to be pretty happy when we did the little cutout.
Yeah.
All right, so Disney Plus days / deals is what we'll go into first. We'll talk a little bit about both, and then we'll go into the Obi Wan slides. Let me just share the screen real quickly. Oh boy, what a!
You gonna give us more teases?
To be
Disney
fair,
Plus day teases?
No. To be fair, with Disney Plus, there's a lot of things that have come out past, and I think we're usually the first place to call, like we feel like this is a stinky rumor and this is a little bit of a BS on stuff. But with Disney Plus days, it was pretty reliable, especially considering they did at one point in their marketing. Disney puts out these like media marketing packets and kind of gives you over a basic schedule. And at one point in the media marketing pack, it did say there was a Star Wars portion supposed to be after the Marvel portion. They have since, like, that's not on the pack. I mean, it's a digital packet, so they can do whatever they want with it. It's not on the digital packet anymore. They actually just completely erased Star Wars from the digital packet, period. So I don't know if that's because of the leak. Yeah, I don't know if that's because of the leak situation or if that was because of something else. But whatever it is, they did actually intend, because they're like sizzle reel for it. Like this is like the first part of their sizzle reel. It has Endor and Bad Batch on there, and they literally made zero social media mention, zero mention at all about either one of these shows. They did talk about
it is shenanigans, because there was also a story. There was a story earlier in the week about Ms. Marvel being pushed to later and Andor being pushed to later.
They never
got Ms. Marvel in Disney Plus, but then we didn't get any update on Andor.
Well, there was also that was one of the things they were saying, and so they did say, and then they were supposed to replay the trailer for everybody at the end of Under the Helmet, which is the Boba Fett story. They kind of did a fast forward retrailer of the Book of Fett that they put out last week. They were actually supposed to redo the trailer of this in the show part of Star Wars, like after Marvel, and they never did it. So, I mean, that was kind of obvious because you could only see this if you had Disney Plus, which they announced this randomly. It was like out of place. And did anybody watch this already? I did. I thought it was good.
I didn't yet.
I really like this. Did you watch it already? What did you think?
I watched it.
Good?
I thought it was good. I don't think they didn't put out a whole lot of information that I don't think I didn't already know about Boba Fett. So I didn't think there were any surprises in it, but I thought it was good. It was,
I mean, there was not a lot on Boba Fett. And it's gonna be
they had all the main players telling you, their input, why they did this, how it developed. Actually, I take that back. The part where they talked about initially how they were supposed to, the initial Boba Fett suit was supposed to be there's supposed to be hundreds of them, and they were supposed to be some elite Imperial force. Some people probably knew that. I did not know that. So
Ruben watched it 4 times.
Yeah.
Did you know the parade? I didn't know the parade.
Yeah.
I knew the parade. Yeah.
Okay. I did. That was one thing I didn't know, is that
that was a trivia. That was a trivia question. Bonus question I had to change.
Yeah. But I thought it was pretty cool.
Oh man, I would have gotten that one. I knew that.
I would have now, but
I could honestly
No, I
say
knew that before the show. I didn't even watch the show.
go ahead.
I actually
Dom.
like the fact that they brought George Lucas in. That means that that was new footage that he was actually talking, that from the ranch. So I kind of like that.
You thought that was a good idea?
No, actually, no. I thought it was a good idea because they brought him in. That means that Disney, there's a lot of things changing at Disney. He wasn't allowed to have any type of input or whatsoever when Disney took over. They pushed him aside. Now
That's not.
but now he's getting more.
Wasn't he on the set of Mandalorian?
Yeah, he was on the set of Mandalorian. He was on the set of. He was also on the set of the 3 movies.
He was, but the fact is that his input to a point where the way he was talking about Boba Fett, you haven't seen that in a while. He's getting more and more into Lucasfilm yet again.
I think, from what I understand, and JJ I think comes from the same point of view. When he originally sold over, he had said that he wanted to take a back seat to it and not do too many interviews to let the people in charge then take over with it and do their type of thing. But he was always in the background with. I mean, you can blame J.J. Abrams and all that stuff, but it was he was there for that. The thing that I thought was bad on him was he rolled his eyes at a lot of stuff and tried to retell stories where some of it's like, yeah, I know you want to take credit for all the wins, but you did have some L's there too, bro. And like, you can't be like, hey,
I just thought it was interesting going back to the original.
It was good to see him.
Boba Fett, the original Boba Fett costume, his armor, everything. Mm-hmm. There were supposed to be, like I said before, there were supposed to be hundreds of them. There were supposed to be some elite Imperial force, but due to budgets in the movies, they couldn't afford to make all of them or something. So it's kind of like a happy accident, right? Like penicillin. I mean, it's like because of that, they're like, well, let's make him a bounty hunter, and and it was just kind of the rest is history. We have
that was the film. That was the film that he was trying to. He spent that whole film trying to get funding. Like that was the majority of the stuff he was doing there. I thought it was really cool how they talked about the input of it, where they were really like, they couldn't even give credit. Like they couldn't give credit to anybody because they're like, I think somebody mentioned this, but I don't know if it was me or if it was Lucas or if it. And every guy was like, yeah, dude, I don't know. He just kind of came together, which was kind of dope, and it was really cool to see like the painting thing and how. I mean, I think we all knew that Lucas was a lot of offhands during the Empire era because he was trying. I mean, he literally had to go out and get all the funding. Like he was doing that every day. If you ever watch some of the backstories, you know how much time and effort. And luckily, he got out the funding, and that's probably why they didn't get 100 out of it. But like, he was there going through stuff and wasn't getting like he was letting the creative process for some of these guys go. And it was. I think this is the perfect example of a character. That if Lucas tried to, that's why I like what you said earlier when you're like, oh, well, it's good to see him around. He really wasn't there. Yeah, I think he's doing the same thing he's always been. He just shows up on set, chit chats a little bit. Oh, cool. That's not cool. Whatever his opinion is to people. And he's always been doing that. I think that's kind of what he did in Empire a lot too. And what made Empire so good. And it was cool to see them kind of express that. I mean, like with the Mandalorian, we know for a fact he was because we saw him holding, Grogu and stuff like that, and he was like, "Oh no, this is actually really cool," and it's like cool to see that, I guess, and see that still goes on to this day, in my opinion. But whatever. Yeah. Anyways, it was good overall. 21 minutes.
Also, the mystery though. Let's not downplay the fact that it's that mystery aspect of what made a lot of people like Boba Fett is that he didn't have a defined story or anything when we saw him. It's just like Wolverine. Before he got Wolverine's backstory, everybody just loved the character because it was a mystery. You don't know. It could be whatever every individual person wanted. Could have been the backstory for that character. They could have said what they wanted, but until they actually laid something down, eventually people are going to go, I like that or don't.
And I'm not trying to ruin it, but one of the guys who's major influence on it does say, like, I can't believe it's over 20 years later. We're still talking about like he's as popular. Like they didn't think this character was going to be as popular as it was. I mean, they just, it wasn't what they thought it was going to happen with it. And it's amazing what the fans, that's like whenever they say, that when what was the guy the little guy that went on his rant, the guy that was the voice for Kanan about how Star Wars is for kids and
Freddie Prince.
Okay,
the little guy.
he's a little guy. He's a small guy.
He's not a
tiny
little
guy.
Okay.
Yeah, like he could eat a cheeseburger every once in a while. He's a small guy. He's a little guy. Anyways, when he was doing his drunk rant, when he was doing his drunk rant, he was talking about that. But the truth of the matter is, if you didn't have these fans that still love Boba Fett, wouldn't be Boba Fett. Like he was popular, but they even said, like, when they re-released the videos, what's his name's wife, the actor or the guy who played in the suit, the guy that did the voice. The guy who just Bullock. Yeah, the guy who just passed away. Yeah, Bullock. His wife had even said, like, yeah, he was popular, but when they redid it, what was it, 96 or whatever, and came back out, then all of a sudden it was game over. Game set match. Like he was going to all the cons and everybody loved him, and it was a rehash of it, and that's where they really did the marketing on him. So either way, I thought it was good. Go watch it. We're giving away half the show and we didn't want to. Next up, there was also something, this segment was supposed to be part of the presentation and they never hit it up. It was about what the deals were, because they did a supposed bunch of deals for Disney Plus Day. Funko, you're supposed to get 10% off. I didn't ever see them mention any of this stuff. At Gentle Giants, it's 15 to 20% off. There's some cool stuff in there. I didn't pull a lot of the pictures, but there was a lot of sets that you could buy and real cool stuff that when you're talking about the AT-AT and not having space, I was like, I love these things, but I don't got the space for them. Ebooks, whatever. That was just whatever. Video games, Xbox. This was actually kind of a good deal. Some of these were like 60 to 70% off. So, here we go. Yeah. So I pulled some of those real quickly just in case. I have Xbox, so I pulled the Xbox ones to show you some of the prices. I think these are still on sale, which is kind of cool. So for all those people that didn't get Old Republic or haven't gotten KOTOR yet, I mean, $5, it's half off. Unleashed 2 is 75% off, so that was kind of dope. Next up, they also had this, which I think we kind of mentioned this on the Wednesday, or one of the things we mentioned this. This was like you pay $5 plus tax, and they show you a movie,
A random
movie. Yeah. So I mean, you could pay, like, I was just thinking about, because they did say they kind of were hoping to get these like sections off, but it doesn't say that for sure. It just says this. So you buy a ticket and then you show up to wherever it is. It's supposed to be a Star Wars fan favorite, but could you imagine if you got like the last movie? I'd be pissed. I wouldn't pay $5 plus tax to see that at all.
I still need to see it again.
Oh God, I can't wait till Ruben comes on. That's gonna be terrible.
Guest receive. Yeah, you do get a free poster. So they're gonna give you a free poster of what was that one? Name of the Skywalker or some crap. What was the name of the last movie?
Rise of Skywalker.
Okay, Rise of Skywalker. So you get a poster.
The poster is just a Disney Plus poster, I think.
Oh, is it? Oh, whatever. You do get a popcorn and a Pepsi, so I mean, or Coke, so that's probably cool. That's probably worth the $5.
Well, apparently they got a Boba Fett poster for the Book of Boba Fett. There was a Boba Fett poster that was given out.
Oh, really? So people already went and saw some of these?
Somebody had posted some on Instagram.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah, so that might not be so bad. I would almost sit through that movie to get a Book of Fett. No, I wouldn't. All right, so but here you go. At least you get to choose where it is.
Where are you going, sir? The bathroom is this way. Just got to run in my car.
Run in my car. I want to put this poster in my car. See ya. But we will have Ruben on, and Ruben will try his greatest to not raise my blood pressure and explain to me why, as two adults should, have a conversation about why some movies at Star Wars are great and some are just not. All right, next up.
Yeah, we're a month out.
We're waiting, Ruben. We're waiting. They did have this pop. Did you buy this pop, Dom?
Yep, I pre-ordered them already.
Okay. The hair is interesting.
What's with the hanger part? Is it a
Pops,
regular size or is it smaller?
No, this one is a keychain. That's a keychain.
I was gonna say this looks like a smaller one.
Yeah, keychain. Cool. Is this a good-looking pop? I can't tell.
It's pretty good. All
right. Cool. Cool. All right.
Some detail work on the hair.
And then I made this guy look different than he should have, but I tried to make him look bigger because he wasn't.
Oh, you stretched him?
Yes. I
stretched him.
He looks cool though.
I actually like the color of the box. I like the way they with the green. I like that.
Hey, wait, are they big letters? So I know I watched.
No, that's Jedi the originals.
No, the originals.
No, this is not.
That's originals only.
Letters look big.
Yeah, but these are all the common ones now. These are the all the new ones.
New stuff.
I'm joking.
The new stuff.
I'm giving it to because I did pay attention to the. You could get this plushie because I don't know why Star Wars makes plushies.
What is
they don't
that?
sell.
That's
this
the doll.
is from Freddy.
This is doll
Yeah,
from
I have
The
no idea
doll
what
that
that is.
Omega. That
Omega has.
Omega.
It's Omega's bad.
Omega.
Oh,
Bad batch.
it was Wrecker's thing, right?
Ray Record had it.
Or Wrecker, yeah, whatever. Okay, but once again, this is okay. And then there's this
They
awesome.
should sell
This
the
thing is so-
popcorn that they were eating, or whatever I can't remember what it's called.
Oh yeah. They had that too. Somebody made that up. It's part of the thing. Anyways, this was kind of cool. Oh, at Disney, my man Shannon had showed us. They had the popcorn, I think, or somewhere. I don't know. Anyways, this was kind of cool. This is one of the guards' lightsabers.
Jedi Temple guards. Yeah.
Real cool. Besides Dom, who already knows what the price of this thing is. Anybody want to guess what the price of this is?
So it's Yellow Blade.
Yeah, it should be double yellow blades.
Yeah.
What I would guess for the price of this thing would be
Comes in this nice box. Yeah.
$3.99.
$3.25.
$3.75.
Split the difference, Jedi.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Price is Right rules you went over, so
Yeah. That wins. You get you. It looks cool, but it doesn't look that cool, I guess. But then again, I'm thinking about buying an.
You add
AT&T
sales tax, I'm probably right on.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
$400 exactly.
Oh, what happened to Joe? So, anyways, but besides that, like I think part of it was, and we were talking about this before, it's like they were supposed to have a whole section. That's not wrong. There was supposed to be a whole section. Now, that Obi Wan trailer, which we're gonna get into in a minute, which isn't a trailer.
First look.
First look. Yeah, that thing was.
What did I call it?
That thing did get
called it
leaked.
first look.
That got leaked the night before, and I know they were not happy about it because they went around to all the sites that were playing it and yanked them by the next morning, within hours, actually. Luckily, we had cut some screenshots to it, but they were supposed to give us a little bit more, and they were supposed to give us a little bit of a teaser. They never gave us that. They were supposed to give us the replay of the Book of Fett. They never gave us that. There was something of Andor we were supposed to get that we never got, and the announcement of Bad Batch 2, and we didn't get, all we got was that screen show. So did we get screwed? Yeah, we got screwed.
Yeah.
And by the way, they were supposed to show all that stuff too. We definitely got a whole bunch of screwed. I will tell you the chat. Yeah, it was shenanigans. And I don't know if it was like they were so mad of the leak, and they have had a lot of leaks over there, which I know people are like, well, they've leaked Marvel. Yeah, they have, but Star Wars is not a product
Star
that
Wars
leaks.
has never been like that.
That's not a leaky product, man. That's not something they like to do. So I'm wondering if they're like trying to figure out where the hole's coming from and like shut it down, or what. But whatever they did, we definitely took the brunt of that one because that was not what was supposed to happen. Just so everybody knows.
Well, it is Marvel Studios leak versus like Lucasfilm leak. Lucasfilm will bust heads over leaks. I mean,
yeah,
they don't like it.
Which I wonder if that's finally getting down. By the way, speaking of that, also too, which is also a rumor about the Kennedy thing, but you did see her in that book of the Boba Fett back thing too. I mean, that all those rumors from that type of stuff, we kind of are like, okay, whatever. But like with this, they actually put it into their media package. That's not a rumor. That's like you put it in your media package, bro. Like what hell happened? I don't think we're ever going to find out what really happened there, but I mean, I don't know. Hopefully leaks do create contact. I'll give you that. But like, I kind of hope as a Star Wars fan, they cut them. Like, how cool was it that we saw Marvel or X-Men 97? I think a lot of us were excited about that.
Yeah.
Like, how cool would it have been if we actually got we all knew there was going to be a Bad Batch season 2, but what if we got some art for that? Or what if we did get something out of Andor or a better trailer from Obi Wan? That would be cool. And it's like, well, unfortunately, I don't think we can have nice things anymore, which sucks.
I actually think what happened was I think the Marvel overrode everything because there was a lot of Marvel stuff that came out, and I think there was too much, and I think they took the Star Wars stuff and put it aside for another day where it'll get its own. Like I got pissed. I was pissed about it because then I started thinking there was a lot of titles with Marvel that they put out. So
they did, but most of it was stuff we already knew. So
they put a lot of Pixar stuff out too.
They just reconfirmed a lot of stuff we already knew was coming.
Yeah, I know, but you got to think about Star Wars. They want to make it a big extravaganza. So I think either with the D23 or Star Wars Celebration, what's coming in May, you'll probably get the Andor. You'll probably get. I know it's next year, but look, D23. A couple years back, they had a Star Wars section. They showed a trailer of The Last Jedi. They talked about the Mandalorian coming. They
But
had
that was
pop.
that was after they
D23.
did Celebration, and they showed all that stuff at Celebration.
Yeah, so I think you might see something next week, maybe. If not,
Maybe you will.
You know,
If not, I think we're really screwed because we were looking at it as like Thanksgiving, and then people have a good point. You're not going to do that on top of Hawkeye. And then if you don't do it at Thanksgiving, what are you going to do? Do it during Book of Fett? I mean, when's our second trailer come out? How far are we? We're almost 30 days. We're almost 30 days from Book of Fett dropping.
Yeah, we're like 6 weeks. Like
Yeah,
6
so-
weeks.
Yeah.
I think maybe before December 1st, I think we'll get a trailer. I think before Hawkeye premieres, we'll get a trailer.
Well,
So
Hawkeye's the
show-
24th.
Hawkeye's
Hawkeye's
24th.
only 10 days away. So
10 days away.
We don't have a lot of
So
time.
you got to have it.
No,
You're
we
saying on D23. I typically don't think D23 is the place where they break. D23, the history of D23, they don't typically break new stuff. They
know.
break stuff that was exclusive that they'll show, like something that showed up at Celebration or something to that effect.
Well, listen, a few years back, Funko dropped the first debut pop
D23 is next week.
of a Mandalorian when it first came out. And they had a couple of drops with a couple of Funko Pops, and they talked about a couple of projects. And Mandalorian was talked about in D23. They had slides, they showed a couple of things,
Right.
and they made it happen. So that's why I'm holding faith.
I don't want to be the guy that ruins Christmas for you, but I
know.
read the media packet for D23, and what wasn't in D23's media packet?
Star Wars.
Wasn't in
Yeah.
there. I mean, they could
The
change
stuff
it
will come
now.
out. It'll come
They
out.
could
eventually.
change it, and I'm not. I love it because Dom's so enthusiastic. He's trying to put it in there, and I love that, and I love that enthusiasm. But I'm just like, man, that just stinks because it doesn't like. And I hope they do because D23 is 3 days long, and it's usually 3 days of boring ass shit about the park. Okay, so the Star Wars stuff they're probably going to talk about is the thing we already know that there's a $6,000 hotel you can go to, that they're going to revamp one of the rides, that they have changed over food. They're going to add the popcorn thing. That's going to be what they're going to do. They're going to talk about the park portion of it. Are they going to be able to switch in? I don't know, man.
Well, look, another thing
To be
too,
fair,
you
they don't
have.
need to show anything.
Well, look, you have Thanksgiving weekend, which is the San Diego Con. San Diego has a small event that's going to happen, and maybe they can show the Book of Boba Fett to the Monday night, the Thursday night football game.
That's what I was thinking Thursday night, but he does bring up a point. But maybe they don't care. I mean, maybe they don't. I don't know, man.
Really, what are they going to do? Even when you go back to the Marvel stuff, what are they going to do? They're going to tell us a Bad Batch season 2 is coming. Well, we already know that. They're not going to show us anything. They're just going to flash a card of Bad Batch season 2. Like, all right, that opportunity's missed.
I
Who
will give
cares
you
if they
this. This
show
is
us
the
that?
one thing that Star Wars, and the one time that I'll put it on Catherine Kennedy's head, because I always like, look, man, she gave us the Mandalorian. Like, she gave us Rebels. She gave us Clone Wars. Like, she gave us a lot of good stuff. And I know the movie sucked, but whatever. She also gave us Han Solo, which was pretty good, and Rogue One. The one thing I will say is, for some reason, she likes to, just when she gets a high point, like she had Rogue One, screwed up the marketing of Solo. You know what I mean? She's got Mandalorian. Huge hit. It single-handedly made Disney Plus. Like, if you think about it, if it wasn't for the Mandalorian, Disney Plus for a year would have been nothing.
Star Wars would have been dead.
Content.
Star Wars
Yeah,
would have
it
been
would have
dead.
been done. It
It
would
was
have
not
been done.
just Star Wars. The whole thing.
No, the whole thing would have been dead. She
nobody
literally
would've cared.
saved. She's the reason why Disney Plus is still out there, is because of her, because of the Mandalorian. But her marketing, whoever she has in charge of marketing, she needs to fire, because this is not the first time this has happened. We had the same problem with Celebration. They screwed that shit up. I'm not supposed to be swearing as much because we got a warning from YouTube, but it just really ticks me off. They screwed up Celebration. And I get it. We're in a situation, but you had enough time on that. They've now screwed this instance up. I don't care if there's trollish fans. Like, I get it, man. The internet sucks. We deal with it all the time. Grow up. Show us a trailer. Okay, I'm off my soapbox.
Look, Mandalorian 2, season 2 had one trailer, and it came out late.
Because you don't need it.
Yeah, 2.
But well, they did. Okay, there was one.
They did the first look thing where they gave you like a little glimpse preview. Was like,
but the
15
first,
seconds.
like the one
They give
big
you
trailer,
the full
they
trailer,
gave
yeah.
towards like a couple of weeks before it came out.
Mhm.
So they might wait to December 1st. And
Yeah, why would they
drop it.
rush?
Who knows?
it?
You know, it's
You're
already
right.
hyped
Hey,
already. The hype
Ruben's
train's
got a good thing. Ruben's got a good point. There is triple. I forgot about this, but Triple Force Friday will be coming up. So maybe we'll get Triple Force Friday. All right.
Yeah, we'll see.
Solo what? One of the crappiest hero deaths ever. Yeah, that was more on the director, but I give you that. Yep. Mm-hmm. You have to give the president gave the green light on that, by the way, and hired those two. You have to give her credit for that. You actually do. I mean, you can. That's like not giving Lucas credit for Star Wars. You have to give him credit for Star Wars. You have to. But either way, their marketing has to change because it really is. I mean, I know they had a lot of trolls in that, and if you were watching social media, a lot of people were yelling about Kenobi. And somebody brought up a good point because at first I was like, yeah, it is kind of annoying, but they're like, we really have been waiting from Kenobi since like 2018 after the Solo movie, right? Because isn't that when they originally announced it?
They actually, I think, they announced it before that.
Was it before Solo?
I think there was a rumor that
JJ?
that
Solo got delayed. Don't forget.
Is JJ just waiting to yell shenanigans again?
Shenanigans.
What's that restaurant you like with all the goofy stuff on the wall?
Shenanigans.
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 Oh.
Jedi JJ, do you have opinion on this at all?
I do, but we've spent
Yeah,
enough time
let's move on.
already.
All right, let's move on. All right, the Obi Wan. What's your opinion, real quickly? 2-second opinion. Give us a fast take while I'm pulling this up. Go ahead, JJ.
For me,
What's your opinion on it?
I pretty much agree with you for the most part. I think Kennedy doesn't get enough credit for what she does do, except for Disney probably gives her a lot of credit because she's made them billions and billions of dollars. I think like 12 billion or something to a certain point. So
made her fucking.
I think that's what matters
to
Disney, and what we say doesn't matter as much.
Yeah,
so.
it doesn't. It 100% doesn't matter that we wanted a trailer and they're not gonna give it to us.
Yeah.
Jedi, you got anything you want to steam your top over there?
Nope. I mean, as far as Kathleen Kennedy, I mean, we got a saying in the military. I'm sure it's common out throughout the civilian community too. 100 attaboys will be erased by one oh shit. So,
yeah.
Hey.
But not at Disney.
So,
their money doesn't. It's all about the money.
It
So
don't matter. And that's real quick before we cap it off. Let's just keep that in context. Yes, we all want a trailer, but all of us that want a trailer are going to watch it anyway.
yeah, we're gonna watch it anyway.
So it doesn't matter. The trailer's not getting them more out of us. We're already in.
Yeah, that's the crappy part. We have no poll because we're done.
The hype
we
train
watched.
is real. The hype train is
It is.
real.
We watched Rise of the Skywalker, so that thing didn't fail. All right, Obi-Wan Kenobi, the original series. This is what we got. We will break down this first look, I guess. So we had a couple questions with these. These were actually scenes from the last part of the prequel. This is actually movie episode 3. Yep, episode 3. Where he's handing over baby Luke. So those were already there. This actually, I think, was part of episode 3 too. When he turned, right? When Vader turned, he killed somebody. Because this actually moves. It's animated. I don't know if not. It's gonna be a flashback. I did like this Obi-Wan. Now this was art piece, right? It wasn't actually him.
Concept art,
yeah, concept art. This was cool. There's a reason why I'm saying concept art here, because something's gonna come up later that I want JJ's opinion on. Me and Pete talked about, and I think Dom earlier, and it's very interesting. This is also concept art. So this is still him riding the thing that he dropped off Luke at, and you see the water. So you got to assume Tatooine, and he's probably going to find his hut. His hair is a little bit more scraggly. So this would be around the 10-year period that we think that it's going to be the basis of what they're shooting this on. Which means Luke would not be 1. He'd be like 11. Vader is on Mustafar and Vader's castle. He does see an image. We cannot make out what the image is, but this was also concept art. Pretty clear, I think it was concept art, right?
It's a Vader's toilet.
Yeah. This is there. So we're actually going to see a lot of the Galactic. This is going to take place where we get to see a lot of the Galactic takeover. These are not clone troopers. These are actually stormtroopers. Once again, kind of gives us a time frame of how like that 10 years after episode 3. I don't see any clone troopers there, but who knows? I see some jetpack troopers, though. That's kind of cool. They gave us this, which is also concept art. It looks like a marketplace, which means they could go sub-level. This does I know people are saying like this looks like, but if you look up top, this kind of looks like a subterranean level, kind of like they have on Coruscant. So hopefully we will get to see. So JJ, are you disagreeing with this?
No, it looks like lower level Coruscant.
This
Dom?
looks like
It
looks like the old concept work that Lucas did for the underground
1313.
1313, but also the TV show that they were going to have. They had the pilot episode shot.
Mhm.
and
Underground.
the underground. That's what it looks like.
I think we're gonna hit that up later. Then obviously this is another concept art piece that they were talking about. What's going on? I can't see anything.
I'm just laughing. Sticks thinks Vader uses a bidet. I mean, he might, but I don't know. You want a lot of water around electronical parts?
I don't think
I
there's
don't know.
anything
That might be
left
a little
in there.
I mean, he is a lord, so you know.
Wipers.
Yeah, he's got wipers. I think he's got a mechanical thing to deal with that. I don't think it's. I don't think that.
Oh, some
functions
poor little droid down
Yeah,
there.
little Troy's got to wipe him.
Mouse
Well,
droid.
no, I think like they probably have like he's a part cyborg almost, right? So okay. Anyways, all right, we're gonna get off how that could work. Here we go. By the way, support your local Crohn's and Croix Foundation. You can get your double days here coming up for the holidays, so make sure you're giving charities. All right, here we go. This looks like this is kind of a social area. Looks like it's going to be a different planet that they're going to have people at. This was very interesting for two parts. One, it looks like the forming of the resistance, right? A little bit of orange here, a little bit of cap, kind of the snow speeders we've seen before.
Snow speeders, yeah.
But if you look right here where there looks like there's a robot, that doesn't look like somebody in a resistance. That actually, this didn't do any justice. I need to do this. This
You know who it looks like? You're not going to like my answer.
Bail Organa? Who?
Kyle Katarn.
Really?
Yeah, if you go back and look at Dark Forces art, he wore an outfit almost exactly like that.
I was just saying, okay, that's cool. All I'm saying is this looks like somebody who is not a regular resistant pilot, which is kind of cool. I thought it was kind of cool that maybe we're going to... Yeah. So I think we're going to get more... I think it's going to be... What I really like about this is like Obi just sitting in the planet of Tatooine would be one thing, but if we really get world building, which it looks like... I mean, from all this art, it looks like we're getting a lot of world building. And last up is this piece that we've shown like a bunch of times. Now, we originally thought this was concept art, but then when we took the closer up look, those stormtroopers are really detailed for concept art.
Well,
Like,
you can
ribbing?
still create
Even the
concept
cuts?
art and use real images.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it looks really... But this actually looks like an executioner. It does look like it's a one-blade executioner, but we'll get into that later.
Inquisitor.
JJ has a piece on that. Or Inquisitor, sorry. What did I say? Executioner? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, too, if you look at the background and kind of some of the layouts, this does look like this right here, which is kind of Anchor Head, kind of the similar type of layout. Anchor Head, for those that don't know, is where Tashi Station is. Like this portion in the front of it is like technically this is like right here on the right side.
Where do I
Tashi
pick up my
Station.
power converter?
Yeah.
This is where you pick up your power converters,
Converters.
which would kind of make sense. Because of some of the stuff that happened in Obi Wan's journal that they would be at. Plus, they'd show us. It's Star Wars. Who does? Raise your hand if you don't want to see Tashi Station. I think we all want to see Tashi Station, right? I mean, it was a cutout, deleted scene in the original
See
movie.
Luke sniping some womp rats.
All I better see is Luke finally getting those damn power converters. It's only been like 40 years.
I know.
I will mention for you comic book fans. Oh, whether we got this picture, which is supposed to be, but is this Carl Katan? Is this Carl Katan having a fight, or is this Obi?
No. I think it's supposed to be Obi, but I don't know. I wonder who did the concept art for this, because, like I said, that outfit that they showed like way in the background, and even some of the ship designs look a lot like 90s and early 2000s Star Wars video game art.
They do, and this didn't look, and this also too didn't like. It was weird what he said about it. He's like, "It's great that me and Hayden Christensen will have another chance to swing our lightsabers around." And you're like, wait, what? You didn't say like have a battle, go toe to toe. You said swing our lightsabers around, like
Maybe it's a dream. It's going to be a dream sequence, and he's going to be meditating and thinking.
They can swing their lightsabers around. They don't have to swing them around with each other.
Yeah,
I only watched it once or twice, but didn't he say swing at each other, or did he not say swing? at each
No,
other?
he said swing. It would be good for us to swing around. I thought he said something like that.
I don't know.
He said something weird, something ambiguous that you could take it at.
He was a little ambiguous, but
it was a little bit ambiguous.
I don't know.
I think it was leading that they were going to fight, but like because the director kind of said something too similar to it, but yeah. But Dom, I think you bring up a good point, because doesn't this look like Mustafar in the background?
A bit.
I mean, maybe fire everywhere. They don't seem to really care. There looks like lava running down on the left side.
Could just be Freddy Krueger's boiler room.
because when does he find out that Anakin became Vader? He became Vader. He finds out 10 years before he meets him that so he could be having a dream that he's fighting Vader.
It is
as Vader.
It is really bad, because if they, and this is the one thing I hate about sometimes when they do new Star Wars projects, even though it's something called Obi Wan that should go back. I don't think you should do anything that would compromise the integrity. Like, I hate that Han's not shooting first anymore. I don't think you should ever do anything that compromises the integrity of the original 3 movies. And like Don just mentioned a piece there, when Obi-Wan says, I feel someone, and it's implied that he feels Anakin and Vader, and that's the first time he sees him in the suit. That's from the original movies. I know how we all felt when we saw that, and I don't think you should mess with that. I also don't think you should mess with this part right here. When I left you, I was but a learner. Now I am the master. If you have them fight or meet each other in the intermediate, this doesn't make fucking sense. Does it?
They'll have to change a lot of dialogue.
You have to change some stuff. Yeah. Like then, wait, I was just a learner of the dark side. Is that what he's saying? Like, no, he was saying that like he was learner. You have the high ground, and you were my master. And like it really, this whole segment, this whole part right here of that movie, which was amazing. Like, remember this when you were watching it, and then all of a sudden Obi-Wan just gives himself up. Like, remember how cool that was? And then it doesn't have the same feeling ever anymore. I mean, maybe it's just me and nostalgia, but whatever.
I think it's just a little nostalgia. I wouldn't mind seeing them swing at each other. They changed so much stuff in Star Wars lore that with that minor change.
But I hate that. But
that minor change, a big change.
Yeah. I think when you mess with, you can mess with all, you can call stuff legacy, you can move a bunch of stuff around, you can do all different types of stuff. When you mess with the original 3 movies, that's where I kind of draw the line. That's where I'm like, I mean, I'm still butthurt about Han shooting first. So
yeah, well, how could you not be?
Well, I mean, he's only messed with all 3 original movies like 3 times now. So
no, some of that. Okay,
I'm still mad about losing the Ewok song.
Like, how did Anakin Skywalker become young Anakin Skywalker as a Force Ghost at the end? Like,
that doesn't make it. That's what I'm saying. Whenever
how did Luke recognize him?
Right. Whenever they mess with it, it's not really that great. Now, there is one way that we could explain the Inquisitors, and we're going to get into Inquisitors a little bit. I didn't know if I was going to add this part or not, but for you comic book people, you might want to just go back through. We've been talking about the Obi-Wan journals. There is one way that we could explain why the Inquisitors would know where Obi-Wan is, or at least think there's a Jedi on Tatooine. During 20, which is part of the Obi-Wan journals. Now, Obi-Wan twice, to our knowledge, only twice had used the Force on Tatooine before he did the Force wipe, where these aren't the droids you're looking for. The 2 times happened in Obi-Wan's journals. One happened in 7, where all the guns misfired, which nobody figured out. But he did have a battle with Black K, and in that he held up Ors. What's the brother's name?
Owen.
Owen. He held up Owen from falling off a cliff, and then he used a bunch of the Force in that. Then he scarred up K with a sweet somersault move and cut his face. And then Black K left, and the next time we really saw him was with Afra and Vader. So we know that he had contact with Vader. Did he go back and rat them out because he was on the run for Jabba the Hutt at this point because he took Jabba's money? We don't know. But to be honest with you, I looked up some of those. There's those 1 in 100s for all those. There's a 1 in 100 for that going for $17 graded by CBCS. I mean, It was an A5, but that's crazy for a 1 in 100. If it does have anything to do with the storyline, if they touch on the journals, you might want to look at those real quickly now before you cannot collect them later for all you collector-run collectors. Do you know those 1 in 100s were always pretty cheap? Did we just lose JJ again? We did. Cool. We are going to Jedi. Anything? Good? No? Nothing? What's your thought on the trailer? Anything? Nothing? Okay, good.
No, I mean,
do you like that?
I don't really. I like to be more surprised when the actual shows come out, so I don't really dive deep into those things and try to outguess because I'm always wrong.
Right.
But I enjoy hearing people talk about it, but I'm usually nowhere close when the actual final cut comes out.
Right. I do. What is your opinion? I want to know because you have a very strong opinion on Boba Fett's ship. So I would really like to hear your opinion on messing with the original trilogy.
Oh no, I'm with you 100%. No, I agree. I don't think that they should do anything to alter that scene or to bring into question that scene between Vader and Obi Wan on the Death Star. I'm kind of as you were talking, I'm thinking surely they're smart enough not to do that because that is going to make a lot of people upset. I think maybe what they're going to do is have some sort of trial for Obi Wan, kind of like Luke had to do on Dagobah when he went down into the cave. Maybe he does something. Obi Wan does something to that effect, and he goes to a dark place, and has to do.
Oh, we saw it with Ray too. Yeah.
So
Okay.
That would be all right. I mean, I think that'd be all right.
I agree 100%. They really and JJ's right. They've done it before, and
it sucks. So we
every
time.
know that it sucks every time. Yeah, and it makes people upset. And but we keep watching.
Well, just examine that line though, real quick. He doesn't say he was, a knight or not a man. He said he was a learner. He didn't say he was a learner from.
I know.
He doesn't say he's a learner from Obi Wan.
I know. That's
a learner from someone.
He was a learner from the dark side. I get it. But this is also, but this is, by the way, this is 10 years past already. So he's already got the Inquisitors working for him. He already learned the past thing about the stuff we're going through right now. Like, there's a lot of stuff that he had already learned by that time, I guess, if he met him up now.
He's still butthurt that they didn't put him on the council.
JJ,
or put him on the council, but didn't make him a master.
JJ.
But he's not the master on the Sith side either, so he can't be saying I am the master because
I just once again, there's so much stuff they can get into, like Darth Bane, like Darth Plagueis, like the Old Republic, the High Republic. They can get into the Sith One. They can get into Sith Planet. There's so much stuff they could use. Please stop messing with the original 3. Like, you want to do something? Make freaking Jar Jar Binks a Sith Lord. I'll be happy with that. The rest of it, just let it be, man. Just come on, man. Anyways, real quickly, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, in my mind, Han still shot first because I'm not gonna go back and watch the other one, and it really has no impact on the story, really, who shot first. So Han shot first. In fact, in Solo, when Han shot Beckett first, to me, in my mind, that solidified the fact that Han will shoot first, and Han did shoot first.
That was a direct throwback to that. I don't know why Lucas is so dead set on not correcting that. I don't understand why he is so dead set. That was like when he wouldn't let the 501st be part of lore. Like,
why would he want to tell other people that he's wrong? Like, something I made, it's mine. I can't be wrong because it's mine.
He also sure does it with the holiday special where he's like, well, we put Boba in it, but we didn't have anything else to do with the rest of that crap. Like, well, come on.
Regardless of the situation, Guido dies anyway, so.
Yeah. Well, no, but it gives you kind of a tale, like, when you think about it, you're like, oh, gosh, this guy will do anything to get ahead. And, like, that kind of does set his personality.
Make sense because Greedo is I don't want to go down this rabbit hole, but Greedo is an accomplished bounty hunter. If he shot first, Han would be dead.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep, it shows a lot of stuff. I agree with you 100% on that. Real quickly, Justin, that was from Stick. So that was from Stick Boy. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. Awesome that you finally got it. Vader and Obi can be connected via the Force, like Rey and Kylo. Yeah, they could get in the mix the way. They don't actually have to be in front of each other. Lewis, I thank you. I know. I see that. I hear you on that too. And that's fine, I guess. It is what it is. I'm okay with that as long as they don't mess with the original trilogy. I mean, they both know who each other is.
But that's gonna insinuate that Anakin and Obi-Wan are in love then. And that's why they have that special.
No. They could have a special. No, they had a special bond anyways. Yes, I get what you're saying. Sticks. As far as this Sticks, he wants Han to be a hero. Good guys don't kill on a whim. He was not killing on a whim. He was
killing out of self-defense.
Self-defense.
Exactly.
He was 100% killing out on self-defense.
Hey, a bounty hunter came to law. That's not crime lord to pay off a debt that I owe. What should I do?
The guy Guido pulled the gun on him first. That is self-defense. Out here,
gun on under the table.
We have no retreat out here, bro. So, I mean, that's self-defense. Yeah, you're right. All right, let's go. Greedo is an idiot. Okay. Greedo must have been a horrible shot. Right. Okay. He must have been a stormtrooper. I get it. All right. Next up, we've got, let's rank them, Pete. Pull them out and let's rank them. So, because we think we've seen an Inquisitor, we are going to rank Inquisitors. By the way, I think I'm with like 8th brother or 3rd. I think that's actually a guy Inquisitor. I know some people don't because the helmet, but like it does have the helmet similar. And if the rumors are true that one actor is going to play one, I would think that they would do a full like that's a full mask Inquisitor. Now JJ, if he's not
I
freezing
see
his under
feminine
the
qualities here. I don't know. I'm
looks like a skinny dude. Looks like
Nah.
Freddie Prinze Jr. Looks like a tiny
Nah, it's
guy.
a girl.
Freddie
Nah,
Prinze
shit.
Jr. gained weight. As he
No, he
got
gra-
older, he gained weight. Didn't you see him on
booze
site?
weight. He just gained booze weight. That's just like here. You only gained the weight in the neck. No, he didn't gain weight.
Not a lot, but
JJ does have a good point. It could be multiples. And also, why is there stormtroopers with it? I don't know. Because it should be JJ.
Purge troopers.
Mm-hmm. All right. I have the high ground. Obi Wan. Hey, Scott, good to see you. Thank you for showing up. All right, let's rank these. And how I don't know how this segment's going to go. So somebody else take it over, please.
what do you mean?
What are we
We doing?
doing?
Run this like tier list, though. Well, do
All right.
you want to go in
JJ,
order?
it's your Pete segment. Run it. Go.
Well, so there's Inquisitors. I don't know. Pete, pull up the first one.
Which one do you want first? Give me a number. Ranked 1 to 10.
Let's do ninth. Pretty recognizable.
She has bumpy armor.
The
Well, look at
ninth
this one. This is a
sister.
female too. How bumpy's that armor, bro?
Yeah. So, Ninth Sister, you see her in, let's see, Fallen Order, Rebels. Was she in Rebels, I think?
No,
Or was
comic
no?
book.
No, I don't think she's
in
a
the
rebel.
comic
She's
and
a follower in the
Comic
book.
and, yeah.
the game, the video game.
So, she has a pretty prominent role in all those. Yeah, it is a woman. I forget the race. Is it Dotwin?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's the race.
Mhm. Yeah,
But,
same thing with one of the runners.
yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, she's big.
Yeah, I like Dom's fan casting of Nia Jax for
Yes.
this role. I'm in.
Is Nia Jax what's his name's cousin?
Yes,
The
Rock's-
Rock's cousin.
but she's got
She's the one that,
They let her go,
that
though.
doesn't know how to because she
Yeah.
hurt
yeah, she hurts
people.
everybody.
Doesn't know how to wrestle. Yeah. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
So-
So Nia Jax.
Nia Jax here is the one that she's the Empire loyalist. She even at one point rats out a couple other Inquisitors that may be turning to against Vader. So it's interesting. I don't think we'll what are we ranking this on? Are we just ranking this on them as characters? Or are we ranking them on like likelihood that it may be in the show?
Yeah, I think probably this one too. Maybe we should do it on. It could be in the show and still alive at that point. I guess.
Yeah.
Because this one could be because we didn't actually see this one die in the video game. She got
No.
force pushed with one arm, or with was she losing an arm in the book
She
and
lost
then
an
lost
arm.
it in the
She
video?
lost an
Lost an
arm.
arm. Yeah, which is a common Inquisitor theme.
I actually think she's a good Inquisitor. I'm going to put her around 5 overall for everything.
Yeah.
Because she's
That's
actually
not
a good
bad, though.
one.
That's top half.
Well, we can move her after this. She's not.
No,
a bad one.
I'm fine. That's actually I thought that would be a high ranking for me
Just Hucky.
by saying 5.
I think we should put her at 5 just to start it off to see where we put the rest. She's not fat. She's just that's me and her are the same. Husky, bro. All right, put it in there. Anybody else got anything to say about her or no?
5. That's good.
All right.
Nothing polite. I have nothing polite to say about it. I'm reminded of the Rob Schneider movie Gigolo.
Oh, Deuce Bigelow.
Oh,
Deuce
Deuce Bigelow, yeah. That's a big. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, she's a Doran or what? Those are really big and very angry species. So, thick equals S tier. Thank you, Zaggy. By the way, make sure everyone checks out the Wednesday show where we rank things from S all the way to trash. Thank you for the shout out. Okay,
Other
what's
way.
up next? Give us another one.
Throw me a number.
2.
All right. That's the second sister then.
There you go.
Yeah.
Second.
Who? The only thing that I will argue about this was it did look like it was a singular blade in the concept art, if that's concept art or the person that was holding it. But who knows what the heck actually shows up with CGI. The second sister.
Concept art.
Can we? Yeah, it looks a lot like her. Can we talk about the second sister, JJ, please?
So, second sister, pretty much exclusively seen in. Well, she's seen in the adaptation of it, but she's seen in Fallen Order the game. You see her in the comic adaptation of it. She does have a super quick cameo in another book, but she doesn't talk or anything. It's one panel where you literally see pretty much a side view of her.
Side view
But-
of her.
Yeah, she's one of the more interesting characters as far
Is
as the
that
story.
7 or which one is it? Do you remember?
That you see the side view of her. I think
Yeah.
it's actually. I want to say it's like 9.
9. Okay.
Darth Vader 9, I think.
Yeah.
I might not be right on that, but it's a later book. It's not 6 and it's not 7. The interesting thing with her is so she was which most of them are ex Jedi, but she was a Jedi Padawan and you get pretty much her full backstory in the video game Fallen Order. Was it her master?
Mhm.
I think was Sierra Junda.
Was her master? Yep.
Yeah, and they both got captured, and pretty much she turned to the dark side as they were being tortured. And now, with all due credit, with all due credit, we don't exactly know the timeline of Fallen Order versus Obi-Wan, so saying that's her is a little bit odd, in that she does get a lightsaber through the gut from Vader at the end of the game.
She's supposed
Spoiler
to be dead by the time Obi-Wan happens too. By the way, just
Is
to
she?
clue you
Yeah.
on.
So
Yeah, by a couple of years.
So is that
people
what we're
have
doing by
survived the
likelihood?
lightsaber stabbings and such before.
Yep.
So
She's supposed to be dead, but we don't know.
We're doing it by
I do-
likelihood that they'll be on Obi-Wan, not
Sure, yeah, likelihood. Well, we could do it by that too. That's probably part of the grade. So here, let's do it. Likelihood.
Otherwise,
Yeah, well, five's definitely five might show up. I mean, she could still be alive, so she has a possibility of showing up. That's under JJ's.
well, I'm just wondering if it's that or if it's just overall like interesting, like ranking the character, how interesting the character is.
if I was ranking
Even
her
though
just as
they're
a
dead.
character, I'd put her at 3 because I liked her character.
I like.
But
the
not
character.
just
I like the character too, so that's why I'm trying.
I
to
think you
figure
got to do it as both liking the character and if she's going to show up. If she's going to show up, it's probably 9. Liking the character is probably 2 out of all.
Yeah,
of
that's
them.
what I'm. That's exactly what I was.
So I think I have her at like a 6 or a 7.
And don't forget though that as far as the character showing up, it doesn't necessarily have to be the same Inquisitor. These are titles granted to them,
Mhm.
like second sister and so forth. So there can be there in theory could be another
Lewis
second
has her at
sister
3.
after that second sister dies.
Lewis, you think she's going to show up even though she's dead? Yeah, and there's multiple numbers. So the theory is under one of the encyclopedias there's 10 sisters and 10 brothers. Just so
Yeah.
you know.
And you have
All
only
right.
seen about half.
3 for Ruben too.
not even because we're kind of guessing like an even.
Well, we'll
Well,
put
Yeah,
whatever
that's true.
they're ranking on in chat. Let's put it with them. 3 it is.
So 3.
Put in 3.
Everybody likes her. She's a good character.
She is,
and that's
she's
what
cool.
I'm saying. I do like her too as a
She's
character.
really
but
heart
if she's
wrenching. Her
dead,
story is terrible. She is dead though. Yeah.
then it's kind of hard to say she's going to show up.
Yeah. All right. Next up, give us number 5.
Well, you want to do the fifth brother? All right,
Oh. Huh.
that's what these numbers are.
Yeah. Okay.
The
Fine.
numbers that we have.
Fifth brother.
I don't like him.
No,
Yeah, as a character, he kind of sucks. He's
He
a rat.
sucks as a
I don't like him, but
Yeah. Wasn't that good in Rebels?
he doesn't do much. Even though he shows up a lot in the comics and stuff, he doesn't do much. He's on like the mission to capture East Koth, but you don't really see him. He's just there, and then he rats out other people. It's kind of weird, but he is in Rebels.
yes, he is.
There's that.
All he does is growl in Rebels and then get his ass kicked. Does he?
Yeah,
he
he
dies
gets-
in Rebels, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Maul killed.
Yeah, I can't remember which one killed him. Was
No,
it
was
Ahsoka?
it Maul or was it
So
Ahsoka?
Maul killed because Maul
He killed the Maul killed the
sister.
sister.
Yeah.
right? And
Ahsoka might no.
Might have killed.
Maul
Ahsoka
kills
either
one of the males
five-
too.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's been so
All right.
long since I watched
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. But anyway,
I think-
but as far as him appearing, the early rumor was that this was the guy that Han would play.
Han from
Not Han
Fast and
Solo,
Furious.
but Han from Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
and that's
So
why I
that was
also
the
think
rumor
that-
early on.
That's why I think it might be 8 because it looks similar to 8. I'll put him over at 8. Speaking of that, because I think he sucks.
Huh.
Anyway, 9 or 10 for Ruben. Who else has got one on it? Anybody?
I'll go.
Don't try to take up 9 or 10. 9 or 10 could be taken pretty
Yeah, we can
easily.
move though. We can move.
I'll go 7 just because you see him a lot.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
kinda
her.
where I'm at too.
Did I go
I'm gonna say 4 because I think he's one of the more recognizable ones, and he's
Also a
he
fair
looks like he looks like to me every time I see him I think of the slasher from the movie Cobra.
Hmm.
So,
So it's 7, 9,
That's
8,
bonus points in my book.
4. Put him in 6 then. 6 it is. 6 he gets. We can move him later. 6 it is.
All right.
That's kind of even. All right. 1.
You want to go 1?
Mhm.
Well, you know who the 1 is.
Oh shit! I
Grand
love him.
Inquisitor.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna
he's-
show
he's
up,
number
but I
one.
love
He's
I
number
love
one.
the hell out of him. I think he's great.
he's number
Now,
1.
he could be alive, though, right? We don't know the
Yes.
timeline of how it
Yeah,
matches
no,
up
no,
with
no,
Rebels.
no,
so-
100%. He could be alive.
Yeah.
He could. Well, who kills him again?
Kanan, right?
Kane, he falls into the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he could.
Yeah,
Yes.
for Obi, he could
100%. He could be
around.
alive. He could be alive.
Yeah.
And even if he can't, he's in the library still haunting people. So He's alive.
Yeah, he fought
The
Luke.
I
trick
like him.
is,
So
the trick of it is too, though. He's the one that never wears a mask.
Top
You
Inquisitors.
never see him in a mask.
T.
Yeah.
Jones, Top Inquisitors. We're kind of basing off how much we like them and if they're going to show up. If they're the Inquisitor, that
kind
we saw in the
of a
film.
play on
Combination
both.
I got to put him at 2 because I love the character, but I don't think he'll show up.
Yeah,
So
I
if
think
it's
that's
a
where we got
combination
him
of
at
those two things, I got to put him at 2.
Yeah, all right.
2. Yeah, I think you get him at 2. I think it's 2. Eric's got 2. Dwayne's
Everyone
got
else
2.
in there that agree with that?
Dos.
Yep,
2?
Jedi,
All right.
everybody's got him at 2.
Well, we got it there.
Maybe the clone was killed. All right, 2 it is. Put him in 2. All right. What number haven't we? Did we go? We went with 2 already, right? We already. Did
I'll tell you if we reused a number.
How about 10?
2. 10. Okay, give us 10. Give us 10.
All right, 10th brother.
Okay. Now this is the thing with 10th brother. Doesn't he have 2? Doesn't he have like 2 lightsabers?
Yes. Yeah.
It's
He
more
was,
like a ninja.
he was one of the few that was a Jedi Master and actually turned to the dark side before Order 66. So in a way, he was, I guess, he's never a Sith per se, but that's the way he found his quiver. So he's Proset Dibs is the Jedi Master, and he's one of the few that show up in the comics before they do this Darth Vader run. So he shows up in.
I picked the comic where he came as the Inquisitor, not the one
Was
where
he
you
show up
said Proset Dibs.
Jedi of the Republic Mace Windu #1.
Okay.
He
There
shows
you
up
go.
as Proset Dibs.
How does he die again? Does he die?
It's
We
kind
don't
of
see him-
weak. That's the thing. It's kind of a weak death.
We don't see him die.
So
Yeah.
it's an interesting death. So there's the assault on Farron Barr and his the former Padawan, and what they do, Farron Barr actually mind tricks the
troopers.
well, they're now stormtroopers,
Troopers.
the purge troopers that are with them, but they're
And he's a
clones.
Jedi Master.
So he activates their Order 66 thing, and being a Jedi Master, they think they're Jedi, so they start shooting at him and the other Inquisitor, and he actually deflects it, but he ends up getting hit by blaster bolts, and that's how he dies.
And he might, because of the timeline, be dead by the time the Obi Wan show takes off. Or
Yeah,
I'd put him higher.
Yeah, you don't know when that assault takes place exactly, so it's hard
Yeah.
to say.
Or I'd put him higher. What do we have available? Do we have 4 available?
I think so.
4, huh?
I don't know. I'm
I don't
seeing if it's available. That's actually, I like the character, and I think it'd be a cool character and an easy
4
one to
is
transmit.
available.
So I would have him there.
Actually, this
think
was
so.
my pick way back when we did the rumor. This was
All
my
right.
pick of the guy that Han would be in the series when he was cast for Obi-Wan. So
And if there's
I don't know.
multiples, he could show up.
I like 4, actually. Now looking at what we have left.
What do you got, Dom? Anything?
You know,
Dom's not feeling 4.
no, because he was in that 2 issues. I know he was in the Mace Windu book when he first appeared in the Mace Windu book,
There's
But-
3 issues.
but he did look cool as the Inquisitor on the cover of the Darth Vader book when they were walking and had the Inquisitors next to Vader. He really didn't do anything. You
Yeah.
I
maybe
know that's
not.
why you could give us a story. You don't know about him.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I would put him 7. 7.
Huh.
All right, that's a number.
Well, wait. What if we move down 6? Could we move down 6 and put him in the 6th spot? We got a lot
You
of
could move-
4s going on.
You move 5 and 6 down and put them in 5.
Okay, want to do that? You can do that.
Yeah. Let's do that. Put him in
Do that.
5. Move 5 and
Yeah,
6.
you can
That's a
do
good
lot of
agreement.
work.
Good. What?
A lot of moving and shifting. Sorry, just complaining.
Well, a lot of people had
I can,
6 and 8 anyways, and then move him to 5. All
I
right.
am. I'm moving there. Hold on, I still got to put him into 5.
Who are we missing here? All right.
I believe we have 3, 4, 6,
8.
7.
Give me 8 so I can pitch 8.
What's that?
Give me 8 so I can pitch 8.
8. Where's 8? 8th brother.
8th brother. The only Sith brother that has a similar hat to the one that we see. He does die around same time as Karate Kid guy, or no? A little bit after Karate Kid guy, JJ, right? He dies
Yeah.
on the Rebels.
Same
He
episode,
dies in
I
Rebels.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dies.
I
in
can't remember who
Rebels.
kills who, but it's either Ahsoka or Maul, I think, kills him.
So he lines up with the timeline of being able to be there. He's the 3rd of the brothers. That it's the second sister, right? That shows up. Is it what sister is it?
No,
7th.
Seventh sister,
Seventh sister.
Yeah, we can get her,
him, and 9th brother,
9th sister.
5th brother.
5th brother, 8th brother. Yes,
Seventh
that all
sister.
show up. 7th sister that all show up together in Rebels, and they all die. So we've been introduced to him before. And I think he's the only guy that has a helmet similar to the other one. So I thought Han could play this guy if they're going to bring back anybody that they've already had before. That's
He's got
my
weird hands. So look, he's only got 2 fingers.
No.
It looks like 2 thumbs.
You ever think maybe they might show some new Inquisitors
yes,
going after Obi Wan?
100%. We're going to go that.
Yeah.
So
Possibility.
I have him high. I would
It could
put him
not
in
be
4.
any of them.
Yeah.
I have him at 4 because he's the only one that we know that looks similar.
So you're putting him at 4, just ranking on probability of showing
probability
up.
too. Plus,
I'm lower. Just I'd never liked the character. I would actually put him at 8.
Yeah,
Eight
he's
for
got
eighth
a
brother.
throwaway.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd almost.
be
Well,
the
we got
one
other
that
characters coming up, but
I'd
I
put him
don't like
above
him even lower than
7.
that.
I put him above 7.
Who was 7?
7 was the 5th brother. I don't think that guy's coming back. I think it's too
Yeah, but we've
recognizable.
seen him
hide.
though. Like
You know what?
Jedi said,
It's
he's a
like,
character we've seen. People are.
People.
It
So
looks
is
like the
8.
Chat likes 4. Chat likes 4.
Put him at
No.
4. Okay, put him at 4.
4,
We can
huh?
move him. We can
All
move
right,
him.
where was that?
7. I thought 7. So it's 7. Move him to.
Wait.
Oh shoot.
I can't put him at 7. There is a 7.
Yeah.
Bumping up or bumping down?
Put him at 4. We'll move all these guys later. Put him at 4.
4.
That's
high,
high.
man. That's high.
I got confused because I don't know who the Karate Kid guy is. He lost me there. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
was
Fifth
not
brother.
alone too, Jedi. You're not alone there.
5th brother.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
Yeah.
Pull up
Are
the
you
next.
saying the Karate Kid guy is the 10th?
Just put
brother?
the next guy.
Or the
Yes.
fifth brother?
Put the next guy up. The next guy on your list. Pick him up. What's going on with this
I don't
segment?
know who you're talking about. You tell me.
Anybody next. Just click on the next
The seven,
Inquisitor.
the
Let's
seven
go.
sisters.
Whoever's
The
Seven.
seven sisters.
Seven.
Seven sister.
Seventh
That's it.
sister.
Because this
Oh,
is
wait,
the rumor
no, I'm
after it was the
one thing.
rumor that it was going to be the 5th brother. This is the next rumor now that people are all saying.
1.
You think
1
it's
for me.
her?
I think she's.
I
I think
I
that's
also
like
like
the
the character too.
I think
yeah,
she's recognizable. She looks like the character in that picture to me. Helmet, a little different maybe. Female, I think that was a female in the picture, so I think she hits all 3. I think she's number 1.
This
I
is
think
the problem.
the person you're going to see playing her, and I could be wrong, but if it is her, I think it's going to be Moses Ingram. It's going to be her playing. They may not look alike, but I think that's who it's going to be. All you need is a helmet. I mean, you don't even have to have the look of the character that was in Rebels Down. If you're wearing the helmet 90% of the time, just like Mando, it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter. You paint
So
her
you
face
guys
yellow.
not believe? So you guys are under the impression that Han is not going to play an Inquisitor then?
No, they could both be in there. I think there's going to be more
It's
than
more
one.
than one.
Look,
So
make-
yeah. So okay. Put her in 1. That's fine. Put her because I would have her actually cut in 2. I was going to move down, but okay, that's fine. Put her in 1.
Yeah. My original theory was that
By the way,
there's
she's
gonna be-
not Barris. Whoever said she was Barris Offie, she's not.
That's just the thing I saw on Screen Crush.
Yeah.
Maybe.
She's not Barris.
and she's
Offie.
also a very sinister character, which I think will
Yeah.
play well on a TV show like that.
But so I think we need to move everybody down because I don't think we're gonna get the Grand Inquisitor, and I think you have to have somebody play Han. I think the Han actor is going to be in. I'm pretty.
That's why I put Dibs. I think he's going to be.
All right, go
Fifth
ahead.
brother.
See, I thought it was gonna be 8th. Go ahead. Let's keep going. Next up.
You can go ahead. Well, what do you want me to
Next
do?
up. Next,
We
next
got
on the
3,
line.
4, 3, 4, and 6.
3.
All right, so
I
3.
don't think that she's gonna. I don't think it's gonna be her.
3,
Third. Yeah.
3 is unknown.
So there's an interesting backstory with each of these.
Mhm.
They were basically, although you didn't know it till the end, but they're basically in a relationship. And the black skinned Twi'lek, he was
Yes.
as well as I don't know her species, but
course you
the,
do.
the red skinned lady, she was on. They both were in the assault to capture Eth Koth and take
Yes.
Eth Koth's son.
Yeah.
So with that mission accomplished, the trick was the red skinned Inquisitor there. She was going to let Eth Koth's wife get away with the baby until the very last second when she actually pulled her back with the
Pull
force.
the baby back in.
Yeah.
She was really dastardly.
She got caught doing that by the 5th brother. The 5th brother said her actual intention was never to let them go. And that's why Vader at the end found out that they were in a relationship and had actually turned against Vader. They were going to turn against him and run away. And basically Vader hunts them down and kills them both.
Yeah.
And at first they thought it was interesting because all the other Inquisitors are in the room at the time and they think it's a test. And even the Grand Inquisitor is like, is this a test? What's happening? And
Yeah.
Vader's like, it's not a test. I'm going to kill these two.
So,
But
but I don't think they're going to show up. I think they're 10
Probably
spot.
not. Yeah.
10 spot.
And the Twi'lek is interesting in the fact that he was one of the few that was actually able to hold a fight with Vader for a little bit. He eventually got killed trying to protect the other one, but he could hold his own for just a tiny bit with Vader. So.
Agreed. 10 it is, right?
10, yeah. I mean, the only thing that would happen here is that you would have a third brother or sister Inquisitor show up just because that slot's not open. We don't know who it is.
Yeah, we don't know who it is. Yeah. Which that could be. No, now that you say it like that, we could have that in the 2 seconds. All right, go ahead. Next up, 2 more.
4 and 6.
4.
The fourth sister, though I showed Graph, not the actual fourth sister.
Nope.
Marco, you want to take this one?
Yeah, I'm putting this up at number 1. This is my number 1 pick. And why it's my number 1 pick is 2 things. They showed the Resistance being built. We know that Laura, what's her name, gets this suit somehow. We don't know how she actually gets this suit.
Graph
gets a suit, yeah. Which means the Resistance, and it says that the Resistance actually had this suit. So they somehow had this suit. And how I see it is if this Inquisitor actually went after Obi Wan at one point, why would they show us all that Resistance stuff unless there's a connection between the two? And they have to get this suit over to Graf, and that's how they think they do. So I think there's a high probability that because this picture is not actually of the fourth sister. This is of Graf in the fourth sister. We've never we don't know who the fourth sister is. Yeah. We don't know what her death is. We do know she existed at one point. All the rest of these Inquisitors, we know at least some of their storyline. We know how they died. Almost all of them, we know how they died, unless they've been pushed off screen, and they could still be alive. But we know at least some of the story. This only thing we know is that Graf has this and somehow got this costume from the Resistance. That's it. So I have this really high. And if you're saying like, oh yeah, it doesn't look like the concept art. Well, yeah, but who cares?
There's concept art. Concept art can always change.
Yep.
So I have this one really high up.
That makes a lot of sense.
I have this in the 1 spot, to be honest with you. But I'd like to hear anybody else's opinion on it.
I think she's got to go higher than the 2 slots we got open.
Definitely.
We got 8 and 9. So I don't know what, do we sacrifice pro set dibs? Move him back? I don't know. I don't know for. It's hard to say because, like you said, you don't actually know the fourth sister. So I think there's definitely a likelihood there that it could be her because you've never seen her.
Yeah,
you've only seen somebody in person. It's like it's just like is it Bush the bounty hunter?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you don't see him. You don't actually see him. You see Leia in his armor. And this is the same scenario. You see Lena Graf in this character's armor, but you never see the character.
Well, besides 10 too, like when you look at most of these, you've either seen them already animated or you saw them in the video game.
Yeah.
True.
Besides 10, who we know got killed in the comics, so and Ninja Guy who also got killed in the comics.
You sold me because that makes a lot of sense. I mean, this is a character that has no story that they have to hold to. They can do whatever they want, apart from all we know is the character dies. Yeah. So this would be a perfect fit to actually show up on the show then.
I think she has. Yeah, I know. Astro says 2 or 3, and so does Ruben. But I think we should at least put her at 2. I don't think she should go because she has the most probability.
Do we dare put her at 2 and move everyone else down?
Yes, we do, and we make Pete really
probability.
Mad.
I would say yes. I mean, but we know nothing of the character, so we can't for the like.
I actually think she's 1 overall. If I had to bet, if I had to put $100 on, I'd put 1 there. But everybody else is 2. So, all right, Pete, get to moving.
Wait, so I got to shift everybody down 1 from 2.
Everybody down 1. So 7's got to go to 8.
I can do that. I can do this in groups.
Stay by for 5 minutes.
Yeah, no.
I can do it. I already got 3 of them moved.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
Hold on. I'll move the rest here. So
by the way, she shows up first in. Well, she doesn't. Her armor with Graf shows up first in. Which one was it? It was a Vader's Castle.
Return to Vader Castle 4.
4. Okay.
So we only have one left.
Which is a cheap book, guys. Just so you know. All right, 1 left. Let's get the last one.
And the 9 spot is the only spot open, so we might have to do more shifting for our final character, which is the 6th brother.
To me, he fits in 9th. This character was sucky.
You guys all cut off.
It's like a Hellraiser character.
Yeah, he was the first. He was like the first Inquisitor to try to step 2 with Vader, and Vader chops his arm off like right away. So,
is he the guy that smelled like fish?
Yes.
Yeah, fish boy. 10. 10. 10.
Wait, but that means we got to bump up the
Nah, you know
unknown
what?
third.
Well, I actually like their story better than his, so like that's part of
Yeah.
it. Like, there's no possibility showing. I think this is 10, all day 10.
What do you guys say? It's an argument of 9 and 10 at this point.
I guess 9. You can do 9 or 10, really.
Yeah, he smells
You know
like
what?
fish and got his butt kicked.
You
At
know what?
least
You got
10, they gave up a
10.
fight.
Put him in 10. Put him 10.
Yeah, put
Got a
him
9 out of Ruben.
Put him 10.
Jedi, you got anything on this one?
10. We'll go 10.
The sixth brother in I don't.
Gosh.
It could have been. It could have been a second sixth brother.
They retconned a lot of that stuff in the novel.
Yeah.
Like with the last season of Clone Wars. I don't know. That's possible. It's possible. It's been like years since I read that
Guys all
thing.
pushed
So.
into that 10
It has
spot.
been.
So
You know what?
Because
Listen,
there's a lot of that Vader. There was like the girls were a boy, and like 10th it is.
Sam's
All
got
right.
a 10 in there too.
So we have brothers and sisters. Are there mothers and fathers? No, there isn't. You know what we don't have though? This is the thing that we don't.
Cousins?
Well,
Huh.
who's the highest ranked brother?
Well, technically the Grand Inquisitor,
Yeah, no, but he's the Grand Inquisitor.
but we don't know because there's a theory that
Hmm.
there are 10 brothers and 10 sisters,
10 sisters.
Yeah.
You're right. Yep.
or
So is
even
there a
even more than that is the other theory that they're just ranked in the order that they joined. So
Yep.
Did she take the lightsaber? No, she took the. Did she take the lightsaber crystal of the 8th brother?
I don't know.
I think it was the 8th.
Well, think about it. Who would be the first sister then? Would she have a grand or a sub? Like, does she have a high qualification status too? If there is a first sister,
Well, maybe
Yeah.
they might retcon some stuff.
T. Jones? I don't know that question. Good question. We'll look it up.
I mean, there could be a female version of the Grand Inquisitor, the first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or there could be a first sister and a first brother. Maybe the Grand's just
that's
overall.
true. And that's the
Yeah,
other thing.
I mean, we could have a situation like number 9 where there's a 2 3s again or something like that, and they show up. All right, well, that's our list of Inquisitors. Just so we got rehashed with that, and the 6th might have died, or the 7th might have been, and the 8th might have, who knows what. There might be 2 more too. So good section. I thought it was fun. All
Yeah,
right,
it's
next
fun moving around, ranking
next
them.
up we have rankings, and we got here we go. Put them in the main spot. Let's go,
Wait,
Pete.
Wait, before we put him in the main spot, we have an intro for this.
Do you have an
You
intro?
ready?
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Go ahead. I have to run. I'll be right back. So
Okay.
Jedi's got this great idea. It's all him.
Actually, it wasn't my
Yeah.
idea, but
It
was
is.
a good
It
idea.
is 100% your idea.
It's group effort.
Good
Group
idea.
effort.
Yours now.
Yeah. So yeah, this was a group effort. The guy who actually came up with the idea no longer wants to claim it, but it was his idea. But I
Okay,
thought it
it's
was
not
a good
that you
one.
took it over. You did a great
I
job with
did.
it.
I
You
thought
did
it
a
was.
great job.
I thought it was a great
You ran with it. It
idea.
was good. Yeah.
So I kind of took it and ran with it. And so what we're going to do, but it was a group effort. I mean, everyone kind of had inputs into this, and we're looking for more inputs too, which I'll let the viewers know ahead of time. So we're looking at doing a fantasy Fett game. You can kind of equate this to a fantasy football game or fantasy football league, but on a lower scale. But it should be pretty fun, we hope. So I am the, oh God.
Like I did the hair.
I did do the hair for that one.
All right. So I'm not quite Mel Kiper, but I try.
Yes, that's the
So,
Kuiper
yeah.
hair. That's not Jedi's hair. That's Kuiper.
Yeah, it's not my real hair. So yeah, it's going to be a fantasy Fett game. So this is throughout these slides, I've kind of sprinkled in some characters. Basically, go ahead and go to the next slide.
Sure.
So we're going to have a draft in the upcoming weeks, and we're going to have 5 teams. You're looking at the 5 players on the left of your screen there, meaning us. So
Yeah.
each player will draft 3 Star Wars characters from that we think are going to be in the book of Boba Fett. Some of them are more obvious than others. So player in the first round is going to be player A through E, and then it's going to be a snake. We're going to go E through A in the second round, and then back to A through E in the third round, which is going to be the dream round. So actually, those multipliers, I should have took those out. We're not doing the multipliers, so just disregard those.
Yeah, this is a work in progress. It's just to introduce you to the concept, but we are going to tweak things as we go.
These things, this is a living document. So we're not doing the multipliers. We decided against that. Instead, we come up with reason. We initially put the multipliers in there to try and overcome what we're calling the Fett factor, the Boba Fett factor, which was whoever gets Boba Fett's going to automatically win from the beginning. So we came up with another way to do it, which actually this was Pete's idea, which is a good idea. So round 2, obviously we're gonna pick draft picks 6 through 10. Round 3 is a little different. So round 3 is going to be what we call the dream round. It's going to be each player will pick a character that has not been shown in any of the trailers or any of the readouts or anything. It's basically a character that we want to see in the series, whether it could be Cad Bane, it could be whoever,
a true fantasy pick in the
true fantasy pick, right? A dream pick.
Like not a
if that character shows up at any time in the series, it's a plus 15 for the whole season. Okay, you don't get 15 points every episode. You will get 15 points for the whole season, and then that player from then on out is null and void. He cannot accumulate any other points. So go ahead and go to the next slide.
Okay.
We're going to go through these probably a couple of times as we build up to the actual draft.
Yeah, we're finalizing.
So, throughout the season, teams can drop and add characters to better their chances, just like fantasy football. Adds and drops will be done during a show each week during the add drop segment of the show. The player with the least points is number 1 on the waiver wire and will get to pick the player or the character of their choosing that is on the waiver wire, and then second, so on. No drops and adds until the segment of the show after each episode. Okay, next slide. So this is how we're going to eliminate the Fett factor. The team holding Boba Fett on its roster must drop Boba Fett during each week's add or drop segment. In other words, no team is going to be allowed to have Fett on their roster throughout the entire season. The player with the lowest total of points, we will be number 1 on the waiver wire, will get dibs on selecting Boba Fett. They don't have to take Boba Fett, but they might be kind of silly if they don't. This is to allow teams to remain competitive throughout the season. Again, like I said before, they do not have to take Boba Fett, but odds are they will. All right, next slide.
Next slide. There we go.
Okay, the points. This is where it can get fun, and this is where we're going to actually ask for. We don't want to make it too complicated. I don't want to make it too complicated because I am actually the commissioner, and we'll be doing the point tallies. I'll be adding the points every week. I'm the commish. So 1 point per episode for each appearance of a character. Non-specific characters can be selected, such as stormtroopers or Gamorrean guards, but they will only count as 1 appearance per episode, not 1 point for every troop or guard in the episode.
See a trooper, you get your point.
You see 100 troopers on there, you only get 1 point for a trooper appearance. As we were talking before, that is a plus because chances are there's going to be a lot of Gamorrean guards in this show. However, Gamorrean guards are expendable.
Yes.
And as we'll see a little later, if any Gamorrean guard dies, you're going to lose some points. So 1 point per on-screen kill or presumed kill. So if Boba Fett kills 10 people in a show, you get 10 points. I will determine if it's there are going to be some scenes that might be ambiguous as to whether or not he actually killed them or not, such as we've seen in some of the trailers, all right, when he's swinging his rifle or whatever. I will make that determination if it's
Commish
too
gets to make that call.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question about this? because I just
Yeah.
thought about this now too, and I actually have 2 points maybe. But so if we select Gamorrean guard, and even though a Gamorrean guard dies, 2 other Gamorrean guards kill 2 completely different people. Do you get 2 points for the kills?
Yes.
-1.
Ooh.
Yeah.
-1, yeah, -1, but 2
Minus the one.
So, oh yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's an interesting. That's an interesting guess.
Yeah.
That's an
So
interesting
it's you just
I wouldn't pick stormtroopers though; they can't aim very well.
yeah. Stormtroopers may not
You'd end
kill
up on the
anybody.
wrong side of that.
No, that
so-
aim.
Exactly.
So -1 point if your character dies. So let's say Shan dies, you're going to lose a point. But let's say we have a bad batch with the governor of Ryloth episode or whatever, where we think the governor or the governor, whatever, where we think he died, and you may lose a point, but
We
then
took
he
a
comes
shot to the
back.
head.
You could even say that about Shand. We thought she died,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
mechanical parts.
So if we think they died, you may lose a point that week. But if they come back and said, "Oh, they weren't really dead," well, then you're going to gain 2 points if the presumed character returns and revealed wasn't really dead. So this is where it can get a little fun. If your character has an on-screen kiss or above, meaning if it goes beyond a kiss, you get 3 points. Yeah.
on-screen second base.
Yeah. 4 points if the character sings on screen. So, hey, you might want to. I can't remember. Did Max Rebo and his band, were they on Jabba's, whatever
Sail
it's called,
barge?
the barge when it blew up?
I think
They
they
were.
She died. Well,
They
Mick,
were.
Mick, what's her name? She died in the cartoons.
Yes.
So she's gone.
Okay,
Mick
so
Krill
I
is
just
still
say
alive.
that where, hey, if you want to, if you see a character that's in the background singing in Boba Fett's palace or whatever, and you might want to pick them up as a second round pick, because if they sing every episode, you're going to tally up some points.
Oh,
Yeah, but you don't want to risk it, and you don't want to risk. That's why you don't pick a Gamorrean guard or a
I haven't seen
stormtrooper.
that.
'Cause you're not going to see a lot of kisses and singing out of those guys.
yeah, but if they
So
sing,
there'll
you
be
only
some
lose-
strategy.
There
There'll
might
be some strategy throughout this game. Hopefully
Exactly.
it's fun. Doesn't get too complicated. Let's
Like
go
a
to the
mass
next
singer.
slide because I can't remember what it is.
All right, the next one is points.
Oh,
Continue.
more points. Okay. So each show,
Ooh,
each
the wager.
team will have the opportunity, let me stress that, the opportunity to wager a death against another team. Meaning you can bet 1 week that I think Shan is going to die the next week. If Shan dies in that next episode, you get 10 points. If she doesn't die, you lose 5 points. So it's a gamble. You also get 5 points for causing a mass casualty or blowing up a starship, because I don't know how many people are on that starship. I don't know how many people are in that building Boba Fett just blew up. So you're just going to get 5 points. So we already talked about 15 points for the Dream Round appearance. 15 points for a Dream Round appearance at any time in the season, not per episode. Dream Round character is capped at 15 points per season. In other words, once you get that first 15 points, that character is null and void the rest of the season. You cannot drop them and pick up another character. You've got your 15 points and you're done.
And you just had to pick my 2 favorite Dream Round characters and put them on the slide.
Okay, so T. Jones asked the question. I believe the answer is no. You still have to have the dead person on your roster to gain the 2 points, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. If you drop them. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
you can't drop them and earn points.
And hey, you know what I was thinking, because I was looking at this chat and how excited they're about this. Maybe we'll talk about it, but maybe we'll pull some names and we'll get team managers, like maybe like assistant coaches for our teams, and we'll pull somebody out of the chat and we can have a little fun where we
Play along.
message back and forth.
I'm all for it. Just remember your commissioner's doing the best he can. No hate mail, no death strat.
Oh yeah. That's all. And if we do that, if we pull out 5 people, maybe we'll pull out something from the prize pool too, and we'll do something.
Yeah.
Jade- Jedi could say that this was my idea all he wants. Like where he took this is just crazy. And we really appreciate it, because
Absolutely.
it got us really excited that we started adding rules and we started breaking down rules. So good job this one, Jedi. It definitely is. It's nice to see it come to fruition. So, all right.
Is that the last? Is there another slide?
No, we still got a couple more.
We still got more.
Okay,
Champion?
so a champion is crowned. So
We might impeach
champion
now.
is determined. So this isn't going to be like fantasy football in where you have win losses and whoever has the most wins so on. This is basically going to be a tally. It's going to be an accumulation of points throughout the season. So
It's a roto league.
Yeah, so basically just because you didn't win or you didn't have the most points, in the first five episodes doesn't mean you're eliminated. It's a culmination of points throughout the season. Players' totals from each episode will be added to the next episode, so on. However, the individual characters, they're like, say, Boba Fett, he gets 10 points the first episode. He will reset and start with 0 the second episode, and so on and so on.
Yeah.
Okay, next slide.
Just the teams.
Okay, here are your teams. Marco is A1, Pete B2, Dom C3, and D4 is JJ, E5 is mine. I put the numbers on there because at this point in time, the way I plan on doing the draft is via dominoes. We're going to have double ones, double twos, double threes, double fours, etc. We're going to shuffle them out. We're just going to, we're going to pick one. And if I pick, double threes, then Dom has the first pick in the draft, and so on and so on. Does that make
Domino,
sense?
mother.
What's happening?
I was going to make a joke there and ask if I was double D. But...
Oh.
I'm
So
surprised,
team
Jedi, you
names,
didn't pick
I would,
C3 PO.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I should have. Oh my God. That may be different next time you guys see it. The slide may be different next time you guys see it. So yeah, I would like to have team names from everybody. I've been beating these guys up to give me team names. So far, I haven't gotten any.
I don't
But
like
think
picking
it
a
would be
team name
fun
until I know my players.
to-
I like coming
You
up
know
with-
what? Here, let's do this.
Fair
Let's do this.
Fair
Let's do
enough.
this. Let's
Fair
do
enough.
this. We'll have
Well,
a whole week.
hang on.
Okay,
Next
go ahead.
slide. Next slide.
All right, next slide. We got one
Still
more.
more slides.
One
So
more slide.
We're going to have a draft party, folks, and that draft party, I don't know if I'm going to be doing it, even though they seem to think I'm Mel Kiper. We're going to have some draft rankings. I don't know. I can't remember who's doing the draft rankings. Probably JJ or Marco, if I had to guess.
It'll be a
We're
team
gonna
effort.
have
We'll put it all together.
We're going to have team name reveals. So this is whenever we do the draft, hopefully we will have team name reveals. And then, of course, we'll do the draft, and we're going to have some trivia and prizes. Hopefully it'll be a good time. Yeah, I think that's the last slide.
Yeah, it is.
So
Yeah,
we're
I think
not
we should have
exactly
a
sure
roll
when
call.
the draft is yet. We'll let you guys know. And
No.
we're gonna promote this a little bit every week, let you know if there's been any changes. We are looking for input from the fans. Please don't make it too crazy.
Will there be
But,
pizza?
No, we're going to have punch and pie.
I'm gonna have
Blue
some
milk. Blue milk.
blue milk.
I think I would like to put up for vote that we do pair up with somebody in the chat. So
Yeah, I
we'll
like
talk
that.
about it, and then maybe you guys, anybody who wants to play in this, feel free. You won't have to come on if you want to. Maybe we'll have you on if you feel like it. But we'll definitely talk back and forth with whoever you're paired up in the week.
Hit up IG or whatever.
Yeah, hit up the IGs.
Get
Just get
people like to.
Yeah.
over to Rennavision.
So if we're paired with somebody,
Chat through there.
say JJ's paired up with Dusty or whoever, they
JJ
can
does
communicate throughout the week. And,
Yeah.
Dusty says, hey, I think we ought to pick up this guy. And if you guys
Yeah.
come to a mutual agreement, when the next show, JJ will bring that to the table. And
It'll,
see if
it'll
we can
also
do
help us with team names. It'll also help us with team names.
All right.
I'm
There
done
we
with you,
go.
man.
There we go. That'd be cool. I'll be down. We'll try it, Lewis. Yeah, cool. We will see. Oh, Joe wants to just start a betting circle on us. Well, we can't condone betting on YouTube, but
Can't condone that.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys want to do. So, yeah, just put it up there, and we'll go through a bunch of names. And if you don't make the net, check us next week on Sunday. We'll throw together a bunch of names of people who want to be involved with this. And then if you're not on that list, just say it again next week, and then we'll get everything kind of finalized. It is a kind of a working project. We did want to get out what we had already. Once again, Jedi, thank you very much because it's amazing what you've done for that. So,
Thank you, sir.
all right.
Have fun.
We've got one last section where we're giving something away. Speaking of people in chat, we have got trivia, and this week the two eligible people to pick for trivia are, drum roll please, those two. Wait, we should put them down there. Maybe down there. Okay, you could pick Jedi or you could pick Pete. Those are your two available. I'll ask
And
DraftKings. Joe.
The
I
theme
always
is
feel
bounty
so safe in
hunters.
this. I always feel very safe. So
Chat. All right. Okay, put that in the chat. So, very quickly, put something in the chat if you want to be teamed up with Jedi or Pete. You get to pick which guy you want. I will start to share. Oh, I can't do both.
What do you mean you can't
Pete,
do
you're
both?
going to have to pick somebody in the chat. You're going to have to pick the chat because I can only share. Even though I got two screens, I can't do on this, because it's on the one that I can't jump back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, if I go to the screen to, what do you mean? What do I mean? If I go to the screen to show the draft order, I can't read the chat.
What draft order?
Or not draft order, the slot fit, the stuff that JJ.
Oh,
put together.
the trivia. Well, we're not at the trivia
trivia.
part yet. So you can do it before we start the trivia.
Okay. Well, I thought he was going to give the rules. He doesn't want to give the rules. Okay.
I know the rules. We've done them.
Everybody knows
rules
the
are the
rules.
same.
All right, Pete. Okay, we're starting at leftover. Leftover had chat. Dusty said Jedi Johnson. Okay. Sam said chat.
How about this? I can, if they want more time, I can show you the prizes. You
Yeah,
wanna do
show
that?
the prizes. Okay,
Yeah,
there we
All
go.
right,
That's
we'll
why I was
do that.
trying to
Yeah. So,
buy
there you
some
go.
time for
If
prizes.
if you want in this thing, comics and action figures are going to be
Copper.
the theme prizes here. Okay,
Excellent.
so first
And
up, the
topics
the
bounty
one-
hunters.
Yes, topic is bounty hunters. The one question prize earns you
Ooh.
a High Republic 7 action figure variant with Kiwi on it. The 3 question, you get to this fine Adam Hughes.
Purge.
So we talked about Jedi hunting.
Yeah.
So this is the version that came with the action figure. You can see by the
That's
Lucas
nice.
Books logo on there.
Still, Adam Hughes.
Yep, that's 3 question winner. 4 question winner is shout out Drew at Wanted Comics. This
Hey,
Wanted
Drew.
Comics Vader Down checklist version
Nice.
with all these
Sweet.
wonderful little action figure checklists on there. And 8, you run the gauntlet, you get a comic pack.
Ooh.
Sealed and in
no way.
fairly decent
Get out
condition.
of here.
Yeah,
That's
with
good.
Quinlan
This
Voss.
sucks.
And the comic is actually a first appearance as well. So it's A-list.
Hey,
Curious
I
first
ran the
appearance.
table and I didn't get any. This is I refuse. I'm
Well,
going
you don't
to
win
the chat.
anything. The person in chat is the person that wins. You're just their
Refuse.
surrogate.
Is anybody else up? So we got 1, 2. Go ahead. Justin's good.
I got to deal with all the
question
label
prize.
pains and I don't get the prizes.
I tried to make the bonus question harder this time and a little more obscure, but the bonus question prize is
Do
going to be
not
this
give
bad
that
boy
away.
right here.
Get I
Oh.
quit.
Yep.
I quit. I'm done with the show. Give me the chat.
Gaming Greats. This is Revan, the Jedi redeemed version of Revan.
All right, I'm good. I got mine.
GameStop exclusive.
I don't feel bad.
Those are your prizes.
This is a big week. Make sure you pick
Nice.
Jedi because he's nervous. Make sure you pick Jedi because he's
I'm going to
nervous.
feel
All right,
terrible
here we
when they don't
go.
win anything.
Everybody's had a chance. We're starting out leftover. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Stick, you got too many answers there, but that's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got about 7 or 8 in here in the chat. So here we go. Here we go. Oh, whoa, here we go. All right. Tell me when to stop. JJ.
Stop.
We got Sam. He's never won before, right? All
I
right.
don't know.
Sam.
Not this one, no.
Sam, you get to pick a partner. Do you want Jedi Johnson? Now, remember, it's bounty hunters. Do you want Jedi Johnson or do you want Pete to be answering the questions for you? Please answer now.
I've been drinking all evening, so just keep that in mind.
Did we lose Sam? I assume
Don't
that's from
forget, they
Sam.
got rid of all the questions I know, like the friends, like relevance.
Down.
Oh,
vote,
he's looking up with
hopefully
Pete.
Sam's a
We
smart
will
man.
see it. All right, he
Sam's a
called
smart
Pete.
man.
Have you won the last 30 days? Radio station rules. There you go. Have you won the last 30 days? All right, Pete, are you ready? You are in the hot seat. Okay, here we go. And I will now share the screen. Do remember, we will not be able to show anybody anything. Jedi has slapped all of our hands. We are not allowed to give clues. We are not allowed to make faces. Okay.
Yep.
Here we go.
And I need to not look at the chat.
Okay. So, JJ, do you want me to just run these slides down and then you talk them?
Yep.
And okay, I'm muting my mic. Okay.
Okay.
I'm turning off my
Go.
mic and camera.
All right. Question number 1. Nope. We're going too fast. What happened? Oh, we're going back to the rules. Okay. All right. So rules. We kind of already went over them. Chat participant, which we already did. So you do get 3 options. you get one mulligan, one ask the panel, and one ask the chat. And then we went over the prizes, but with a 1-question run, you get C prize, 3 questions B, 6 questions A, top prize for running the gauntlet, and then you get the bonus prize as an extra. And the bonus question is a 2-part answer, non-multiple choice.
Can they get the bonus if I don't get all of the questions right?
They can, yes. The bonus prize is separate.
Separate. All right.
All right. So, first up, this bounty hunter was seen in the Mos Eisley Cantina during Episode 4, A New Hope, attempting to bring in Han Solo for Jabba. Is it A, Cad Bane, B, Boba Fett, C, Greedo, or D, IG-88?
Uta tuta solo. I'm going with C, Greedo.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
not wasting my things yet.
That is
I
correct.
got you a prize. You're good, Sam. I give you no more than that.
Hey,
no more
buddy.
guarantees
Look
beyond
at
that.
that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at answer 1. I'd missed this.
What's that?
Cad Bane?
Oh, dinger. Yeah. Typo. Still works.
My bad. My bad. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Okay. So, question number 2. On the Mandalorian, the Bounty Hunters Guild is operated by Greef Karga and is headquartered on which planet? Is it A, Naboo, B, Corvus, C, Tatooine, or D, Navarro?
It's D for Dave Navarro.
For Dave Navarro, you locking it in?
I'm locking it in.
Lock that in. Final answer. It is D, Navarro. All right.
We just go off gut here. We don't think.
Firing from the hip. Okay. Question number 3. In Attack of the Clones, this bounty hunter is hired by another bounty hunter to assassinate Padme Amidala. Is it A, Jango Fett, B, Sam Wessel, C, I think I misspelled that, Zora Bliss, or D, Aurora Singh?
It is B, Zem Vessel or whatever. I think it's pronunciation in German.
Vessel, like Star Trek.
Vessel.
Vessel.
Vessel?
That is correct. It is B.
For the
Sam
Wiener
Vessel.
Schnitzel.
Yep. All
All
right.
right. That's
Now
that's
they're
something.
going to get
That's three,
progressively
right?
harder from here. That's 3. So we've locked in the
All
3.
right. I guarantee no more.
Yeah, they're getting a little bit harder now. Okay. So, though still new to bounty hunters in Clone Wars, this character proved to be right for the job as they apprehended Ahsoka Tano. Is it A, Aurora Singh, B, Asajj Ventress, C, Sugi, or D, Fennec Shand?
I didn't finish all of Clone Wars.
Ooh. Think it through. A little bit of a process. Remember, you still got to ask the chat as an option?
I'm going
You
with the
gotta ask the
panel.
panel?
I know
You
somebody
gotta
on
ask
the
the
panel will have me on this one.
All right, panel, unmute your
I'm
mics.
going to use a panel already.
Are you guys unmuted?
Yep. Well, we,
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
What do you
wait,
think?
I can't
So
help.
Consistent answer.
Oh,
Yeah, Marco,
okay.
you're out.
Good
You know the answer. So first up, Dom, do you have an answer to this one?
well,
I didn't actually look at
is-
the answers, just so you know. But
Oh, Marco can answer too then.
me personally, I think it's B.
Again, it's Ventress.
So you think it's Asajj Ventress?
I'm not 100% either, but I agree with Dom. I think it's B.
That's where I was leaning with my gut because again, I haven't watched all of. I've watched selected episodes, especially when we covered them and we were talking about them. So I watched those episodes before we talked about them, but I haven't watched the whole run.
All right, so you got
she was new in the bounty hunter thing. That's when she was in the underworld, and then she
Yeah.
ran into Ahsoka Tano. However, she is a very interesting.
That's why it's the Sugi being in there because I didn't know anything about Sugi
Nope,
until
because
you were.
Sugi. This is the problem with Sugi. Sugi was actually a quote unquote good bounty hunter. Her niece, but she was part of the Clone Wars. Sugi was the one who was in the episode, the Seven Samurais episode.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's
gonna go
what
with
I
B.
was thinking.
I'm gonna go with B. What are you laughing at?
Wait, did you say B?
Yeah. B.
Yeah.
All right, so
All right,
you got
let's
3
go.
Bs. You trust them?
Yeah, I'll just trust them. If they're
Okay.
wrong, well, we're all wrong. I'm not going to blame anyone but myself.
All right, so we're locking in as B.
Hey!
It is B. Songs of interest.
It was
All
the
right,
Sugi
you
thing
need
is
it.
what it was
Yeah,
distracting.
I
me.
tried to throw you off a little bit.
Yep.
A little tricky. All right, so that's 4 right. You have used 1 Ask the Panel option, so that is
I
out.
still have the chat.
You still have the
And a
chat, and
mulligan.
you still have a mulligan. Okay, so despite this character being created decades ago, this bounty hunter character has never appeared in any Star Wars film or show. Is it A. Dengar, B. Imbo, C. Valance, or D. Dirge?
Well, because we're going to count Gendy, we're going to say it's Valance.
So you're going with Valance. C. Final answer?
Yeah.
All
Final
right.
answer.
It is C. That one was too easy.
It was a little easy.
It was a little easy. I should have made the options harder. All right. So this one, this is going to reach
sometimes you
into
need that easy one right after a
Yeah.
more difficult one.
a couple of these are going to reach into a little pop culture reference, but they still involve the Star Wars.
Well, I'm in then.
So the famous
I got you,
bridge scene from Empire Strikes Back. Which character's costume was actually used before in a Doctor Who episode? Is it A. Bosk, B. Zuckus, C. IG-88, or D. Folam?
Whose costume was used in a Doctor Who episode?
Yeah, this is a tricky one. I probably should have made this 8.
I want to say it's Bosk A, but I'm going to go to the chat with this one. Go into the chat.
Think of the alien characters that were in Doctor Who.
That's what I'm thinking of the alien characters of Doctor Who. I know a little bit about Doctor Who, but I'm thinking of that.
We got
I
one
did go
guy.
into the chat.
Yeah, so go to the chat. I think we got. I don't know if Sam's answering for the previous question or the last one. So we got one
I
D from
trust
Astro. We got Dusty Baker with an A. Sticks has
I
an
trust
A. So you're trusting Sticks. So you're going with A.
Yeah, my gut was also Bosk because he looks a little bit like a
Obi also
not
says
a
A.
Santaran. Santaran are the potato head guys, but the lizard lady in the more recent one, the ones.
So we're locking in A.
I'm gonna go with Bosk A.
Okay. It's Bosk. Got it.
Nice. That's not who
I'm out of help.
Yeah, you're out of help. You do have a mulligan left though,
All right.
but you can't use the mulligan on the last question. Don't forget.
I would have missed that one too.
Okay, so for many years, this character was thought to be just a musician, but fans found out during the Clone Wars that they were actually a part-time bounty hunter and spy that was working for a member of the Hutt clan. Was it A. Max Rebo, B. Droopy McCool, real name by the way, C. Friggin' Dan,
Jesus Christ.
or D. Cy Snoodles?
And this is where me not watching the Clone Wars is gonna kill me.
Yeah,
I can't have any help, so I can't look at the chat. I'm actually closing my eyes so I don't look at the chat in case they put anything.
process it down, and you still got your mulligan, so you're safe.
I know
if you get it
I'm
wrong,
probably
but-
gonna have to lean on my mulligan here. It's not. Would they have done Max Rebo? I'm gonna go with Cy. Go with
Go with-
Snoodles.
D. Cy Snoodles. You locking it
Go
in?
with
Final
Snoodles.
answer.
Yeah.
It is Cy Snoodles.
I actually gave
It is
that
Cy
away
Snoodles.
earlier.
Yes,
I think that's why in
somebody
my head-
gave away this question.
I did that. I accidentally gave that away, I guess. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I didn't read
That's
your
why
question. So.
Consciously, it felt like Snoodles, like Cy. That was the way to go.
Okay. Next question.
Oh shit. Okay.
Japanese director Akira Kurosawa knowingly influenced George Lucas's original trilogy. But which of his film's stories was the inspiration for the Clone Wars episode The Bounty Hunters? Is it A. Hidden Fortress, B. Yojimbo, C. The Seven Samurai, or D. Fistful of Dollars?
Is it weird that this feels like? Am I thinking is this too
Do you have
easy?
deja vu? Do you have deja vu?
Yeah. But not that us talking about it like I didn't already know that little bit. But am I thinking this is too easy and saying it's Seven Samurai?
Are you?
Well, I mean, Fistful of Dollars isn't a Kurosawa movie. It's a spaghetti western, so we can get rid of that. And
I can make it
Hidden
quick.
Fortress
I
was
can make
more
it
Star
harder
Wars.
by asking
Yes.
you which of these movies did Fistful of Dollars was inspired. Which movie inspired Fistful of Dollars? But yeah, So you're locking in Seven
Would've
Samurai.
been- I think, yeah, the other two. We're going with C. We're going with Seven Samurai. We're locking it in.
Seven. That is correct.
I gave away this answer just.
Yes,
You didn't have to
Marco
give it away.
has not
I
given
just
away
gave it away a
the
little
answer to
ago.
the two hardest
Magnificent
questions.
Seven.
Okay, so this is gonna be a tough one. Bonus.
This
question.
one I'm mad because I would have known the other bonus question.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to change it. I'm like Donnie
It's all
Cates.
right.
Right before I get to the end, if somebody figures that out, I just got to change it. Okay.
All right, I give no guarantee. Sam, I'm sorry if I get this one wrong. I haven't looked yet.
Yeah.
But
Well, we kind of. I'm not going to
whatever.
say anything on
yeah,
that.
don't give any hints.
All right. So at Star Wars Celebration in 2005, a proposed live-action series was announced by George Lucas. It was designed to take place between episodes 3 and 4. Ultimately, after over half a decade in development, the project was put on hold and scrapped. But writer-director Ronald Moore drafted nearly 50 scripts for it. What was the long-rumored name of this canceled show? And what other famous late 1970s sci-fi property did Ronald Moore revive and become the showrunner of instead?
I think I got you, Sam. Because we already talked about this, and I think I already said it when we were just conversing. It was Star Wars Underworld, and Moore did Battlestar Galactica.
You are correct.
Yeah, we ruined JJ's trivia. Even though JJ tried
Yes.
to switch the trivia up, we ruined it. We just half of our show was
Yes.
giving away JJ's trivia.
I would have, but to be fair, I would have had it.
No, no doubt, no doubt.
I think,
Good job.
I think a total of 4 questions were given away earlier in the episode.
Unintentionally, I didn't look at any of the
I think we're gonna
questions.
have to-
So
We're gonna start doing trivia like first or second. in the
yeah,
episode.
Yeah,
Even
I
if we
don't
didn't
know.
give it away, I'm just saying I had those. With
You turn your
luckily, I
camera
would
back
have
on,
had
JJ.
those.
wow, that's a You can turn the camera back on.
Oh.
That good job, by the way, Pete. Good job. I thought you lost it
good
on a
job.
couple.
I'm a
of
big fan of Battlestar Galactica.
I thought
too.
that boss question was wrong. I thought it was Zuckus. I was like, well,
No,
Zuckus looks like something. That,
Yeah.
I
I knew it was
Yeah,
Bosk.
that was a difficult one.
Bosk because I saw the episode and I read about the episode.
I have never
Boss.
watched a single episode of Doctor Who. Never.
Oh, I like
Sam,
Doctor Who. But I
get
did
a
watch
hold
the
of
old
Double
Doctor.
J Comics on IG. Is
Or
it
you
Double J
can
Comics?
send it to Rennavision and he
Or yeah,
Yeah,
send it to
you
Rennavision.
can.
Yeah, send your
Sam,
placeholder.
if you can hit me up on IG or something, just let me know and get me your address, and we'll get it to you.
Wow, we gave away a lot of those answers during the show. All right, well, good job. What did
Good.
we
It
have
just
left?
means the viewers need to pay attention
That's
to
it.
the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Is that all we have for
Yeah.
today? All right. Well,
It's
we're
like
gonna
a
be
it's like
on
a quiz in school. Pay attention because it may be on the quiz at the end of the show.
it. Yeah, that's exact. It's like a lecture. That's what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Open book exam.
All right, so we're going to do different Spider-Men on Wednesday, right, Pete?
Wednesday. Oh yeah, that's right.
We have
are
something
doing-
else going on that day. We have something else going on in the tax show, so that's fun. Make sure you check us out on Wednesday at 9:15. We'll have something going on for you there. I don't think we got a bunch of content dropping on Rennavision, but every day.
Oh yeah, JJ gave me the idea for tomorrow's run for covers. I'm doing those Dark Horse 25s.
Oh
that you
yeah,
told me
Dark
to.
Horse 25. That's really
Very
cool.
nice.
We got to see a lot of
Yeah.
behind the scenes there.
It's a great run.
All right. Well, thank you very much for everybody sticking in this week. If you guys have any questions, whatever, make sure you follow us on the IGs. Make sure you hit us up and everything else. Doctor Who is your jam, huh, Stick Boys? I've never seen that either. So
I did pick that question because I knew at least one person in the chat would know it, and I knew it was going to be Sticks. But
yeah, I've never. That's
I got
it's
you.
something. It's something about a telephone thing, like Bill and Ted's Adventure, right? That's how
No,
it's-
please box.
wait till I tell you what.
Yes.
Wait
I
till I
got
tell
my
you what other
Sonic
series.
screwdriver sitting here next to me. If anybody's paying
Do you know
attention.
Do you know what series Ronald Moore got his start writing?
You know, a knockoff
No.
of Star Wars, I assume.
Yeah, some cheap knockoff called Star Trek Next Generation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. All right. I'm glad it's a lot of fun. We'll check the messages, but make sure you guys get it ready for next week because then we'll pull in a list and we'll try to have team ups for the fantasy. I'm glad you guys enjoy that because I think it's a great idea. So cool. That is it for this week. Pete, I'm still playing so that you can take us out of here sometime.
I'm waiting for the actual wrap up sound, and then just
Wrap
All right,
us
you can
up,
say that.
Pete.
All right, we're wrapping up. We'll see you guys next week.